Hey Jackie boy, how do I distinguish Tom Cronin from Dean Williams?
Dean's the dark hair.
Dean's got dark hair.
Dark hair, and Tom's a bit lighter hair, and
Yep.
Dean's wearing a mow. Got a mow.
Dean's got the mo.
Yeah, that's what we thought. Yeah.
Thank you, Jackie.
Oh, you good luck up there, Bun.
I'm just the guest.
Good luck up there, Bun.
I'm just.
Do you need a chips, mate, or you're right?
No, I'm right. I'm just doing guest commentary, mate. Just.
You're working with a couple of pros up there, mate, so you should be alright.
Well, they can hear you, so well said. Very good, Jack. All right.
I thought you had got speaker, mate, so I thought I'd better say that.
Good on you, Jackie boy.
See you, mate.
Thank you. Bye.
Cheers.
You're all set? Now we are.
All right.
Can I just ask you about the camera thing? Are we on camera?
You're not on camera.
Good.
Oh, sorry. Is that what you're gonna ask? No, you're not on camera. I'm not going to put you on camera all day.
Beautiful.
Unless you want me to
No.
pick this at any point.
No, thanks. No, these two can, but I'll jump out of the way.
No,
If you want to
you're a part of the team.
You've got just heads for radio.
We're best of
I'll
being,
have a look at it. Jesus Christ. It's pathetic.
All right.
Hello.
we're going to keep intrigue for the listener.
All right, so in 5 minutes they're doing the national anthem, so we want to get moving.
And I'll have vision here too. So when we go on, we'll have vision. So if you talk about something, so if you say Pinjarra or Centrals, we can go to either side.
Welcome to Ruston Park in Mandurah, Western Australia for the 2022 Peel Football and Netball League Grand Final between Pinjarra and Mundijong Centrals. I'm Gary Bartholomew's, my co-commentator. Welcome, Derek Mott.
Good afternoon, Gary, and welcome to everyone here at Rushton Park. It's a nice day for football, a big crowd, and we've got a little bit of cloud overhead, but hopefully that doesn't affect the game where two teams were only separated by a single-digit margin when they last met in the second semi-final.
And welcome to our first time special comments man, a Peel local football nut, Greg Barney Barnard.
Thank you very much, Gary. Great to be here. A real honour. First time up for me as a special comments man. Looking forward to the game. Two teams, along with South Mandurah, that were separated by a game and percentage all year, so we're expecting a close game. And just happy to be up here and giving it a crack, mate.
Absolutely, and of course I should have also said a loyal South Mandurah member as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, we just lost the reserves and we got put out last week of the league. That's life, that's footy, we move on. Let's have a good call, guys. Back to you, guys.
Okay, Derek, if you'd like to run through the Pinjarra team, that will be out there starting in about 10 or 15 minutes, please.
Yeah, the Pinjarra Tigers, coached by Craig Millwood, and the side is number 1, Hayden Ballantyne, number 2, Mitchell Zaddo, number 3, Robert Bird, number 4, Rowan Kerr, number 5 is Clay Philpott, number 6 is Nathan Fahey, number 7 is David Jacob, number 8 is Robert Beswick, number 9 is Lane Rasmussen, number 11 the captain, Dean Beswick, number 13 Stephen Martin, the vice captain, number 15 is Brendan Coxon, number 16 Jordan Lynn, number 17 is Riley Vidovich, number 18 Ty Salter, number 19 is Matthew B, number 20 is Brett Millwood, the PFNL leading goal kicker for the season. Number 22, Cruz Wilson. 23 is Michael Hansen. 25 is Trevor Johnston. 26 is Braden Kazakov. And number 28 is Nixon Purser.
And Barney, if you'd like to do the same with the Mundijong Central side, please.
Yes, Gary, righto. Central's Mundijong, coached by Brad Bushy Oldfield. Number 1 is Matt Stubbs. Number 2 is Ethan Clement. Number 3 is Jesse Musica, known as the Moose. Number 4 is Andre Catino, 5 Zach McGuell, 6 Angus Taylor, 7 Michael Somerville, 8 Clay Lawrence. One of the vice captains is Dylan Goodall, number 9. Therese Pomponio is number 10. Another vice captain is number 13 Jordan Jennings. Number 14 Josh Collard, 15 Corey Stanley, 17 Ryan Henley, also known as Chuka, 18 Toby Giannatti, also known as Henry. 19 the captain is Brad McPhail, also known as Goose. Number 20 is Kobe Foster. Number 22, Jackson Goodall, one of the other brothers. Number 23 is Bruno Faulkner, also known as Bruno Footy. 24 is Brett Hill. 27, Matt Leopold, known as Pumba. And number 30 is Jake Sheldon.
I'll come back to you soon for the umpires for the league game, but just going through previous grand finals here at Rushton Park today. In the women's, Pinjarra 4-3-27, Rockingham 3-5-23, a winning margin to Pinjarra by 4 points, and Tigers captain Junior Daniel was best on ground. There were 7 single goal kickers, but with 2 minutes to go, the game was swayed in the way of Pinjarra with a goal from Alicia Coles with that last final 2 minutes. So a magnificent contest in the women's. In the Colts, it was one-way traffic with Hall's Head going through, I believe, maybe undefeated or certainly on top of the season. 12-4-76. Rockingham 3-17-35, the margin 41 points. Best on ground was Hall's Head player and captain Zane Sutherland. So we've got the national anthem about to be sung. Would you like to introduce the singer?
This is my beautiful wife, Gail Barnard, and her daughter, Bianca Noble.
Our land abounds in righteousness, of beauty rich and rare. In history's rich let every sage that wants Australia fair. In joyful strains and let us in advance Australia.
How good. Good girl. Good girl.
Barney, it's fair to say she's better looking and better singer than you as well, eh?
Mate, if I was a batsman, I'd be about 10 foot out in my crease charging the bowler, mate. Don't worry about it.
Okay, we'll go back to the final result in the earlier grand finals. In the reserves, just concluded another cliffhanger. Rockingham, the underdog, winning by just 2 points over South Mandurah, 8-6-54 to South Mandurah, 7-10-52. That was their third grand final, those two sides in a row, and the best on ground was Rockingham player Matthew Hill. Now the results this season, before we do that, we will come to you now, Barney, for the umpires of the day.
Thank you very much, Gary. Umpires today, field umpires. Congratulations to these blokes for making the team. Glenn Omaday is the lead umpire in the field, along with Tom Cronin and Dean Williams. Running the boundary, a young Daniel Ebert, Mitchell Toy, Blair Toy and Harper Hamilton. And in the goals, the member of the Calicos, John Chapman and Tim Coffey. So well done to them.
And with the sound to Welcome to the Jungle playing in the background, we saw Brad McPhail win the toss, and he's decided to kick to the northern end here at Ruston Park.
Good job, buddy.
Okay, round 7 this season, Central defeated Pinjarra at home in Mundijong by 8 points. Round 14, Pinjarra won at Sir Ross McLarty Oval, so they're home based, defeating Centrals by 5 points. Second semi-final played in Pinjarra, the home side won by 9 points, and in last weekend's preliminary final at Waroona, Centrals defeated South Mandurah by 7 points. So Derek, close all around for the Peel Football League.
Well, as we've been having a chat before the game, the three clubs, South Mandurah, Pinjarra and Central's very close all the way through the year, but 3 doesn't fit in the 2.
Bang.
And we've got the 2 here at the end of the day, and we should be in for a pretty cracking game here.
And your tip?
I'm going to go with Central's navy blue and white.
Okay, yeah, Barney?
I'll just call it a draw and extra time.
Right. So stay neutral for the time being.
And just so you know, mate, in the ruck for Centrals is Hill, and he's going up against Bucky Hansen from Pinjarra.
Okay, and Glenn Omaday, the field umpire, is just waiting for players to take positions, and then the grand final for 2022 will begin. Let's hope it's as close as those other 2 close ones we have seen from Ruston Park today. Magnificent day for the Peel Football and Netball League. So Derek Mott, we'll let you take front berth, mate.
So the ball's held up, and we're off and away here in the Peel Football and Netball League Grand Final for season 2022. It's Hill up against Hansen. Mundijong have the ball away, but they haven't got the first clear possession. There's still a fight for the ball. And now the Tigers get the quarterback it out of centre half back. The target there on this occasion is Zato, takes a mark. Goes for a quick pass out towards the wing. Ty Salter with a mark. Working their way up the line. Mark of the back taken away, and here go the Tigers up towards the forward 50, and the target out in the pocket, and the mark has been taken there by Fahey. Nestled against the boundary line, about 40 metres from goal when he puts boot to ball. So it's going to be a tricky shot. Umpire calls for some space around the area, so has a chance to wheel around. It's going to take a right foot shot at goal. Nice tight angle. Nice steady approach. A little bit skinny maybe. No, it's swung beautifully and it's in for a goal. And we're off and away on the scoreboard. Pinjarra 1 straight goal, 6 points. To Central's no score, and we've just ticked over a couple of minutes in this grand final.
Yeah, good stuff, Marty. That ball came in there. The feed was from Rowan Kerr, the ex-West Perth champion. Also didn't play a game for Carlton, but was drafted in 2009. Played 125 odd waffle games. Played a flag in a flag for West Perth in 2013. 2 premierships with Penny and a best and fairest coming through the midfield. Number 4, Rowan Kerr.
Okay, so Michael Hansen will do the ruck work this time for Pinjarra. And that's 1.5 minutes. After 1 minute, we have a goal on the board here. So it's a fantastic start for the
Tigers.
Tigers, yeah. Now the ball stream's thrown up. This time it's won by Brett Hill. And it's just going into the forward line now for Centrals. Tigers though, Pinjarra cleaning up through half-back. The kick comes out towards the left half-back, but interfering or intercepting between 2 Pinjarra players and taking the mark was number 12, is that?
17.
Henley.
Ryan Henley, is it? Ryan?
Yep.
Yeah,
a bit of pressure there too. He had to split decision, got in the way and got the ball into his
read the
arms.
ball best.
Well done.
But I can understand.
This is Chuka Henley, Gary.
Yes.
He's known as Chuka.
Oh, Chuka.
Good right leg. Away you go.
Okay, let's see if he's good enough to get it accurate and tie the game with this kick. It won't be a goal, I can tell you that. It will be a score, though. 1 behind only. So we're 2.5 minutes into the first quarter. That's 1 goal for Pinjarra. Central's 1 behind.
So the Tigers looking to bring the ball back into play. Straight down the middle, centre half back's a target, no mark taken. Umpire's blown the whistle, the
Yeah,
field
he
umpire.
paid the mark, I think.
And has he paid the mark?
He won't
no, there's
cancel
something coming further.
Okay, interference somewhere, was there?
There's some free kick given, and there's 50 metres, and the full back's going to get the ball back. So, may have been an encroachment of the mark at full back. I
think
can
I
only
missed that
assume.
one. Did you miss that one,
It was either that or a bit of lip from somebody.
Barney? Yeah.
So, a short pass. The only loose man for the Tigers in the range of 50 metres has the ball now. Target in the middle, avoided. Looking to go towards the outer side now, Pinjarra. Heading towards half forward. The target. There's 2. Central's players nearly spoiled each other, but they did get the mark there in the end through B, who works the ball wide on the outer side towards the Valentine wing. Playing it nice and steady. Umpire calls the play on. Short kick in towards the middle, and the mark's been taken by Angus Taylor.
Yes, he's now at right half back. A short pass to a teammate downfield in Joshua Collard, just on the outskirts of the corridor, but just slightly in defence. Long kick out now on the scoreboard side. 2 players play, 1 player marks, and that will be a Tiger mark. Pinjarra across half back. The ball will come into the corridor now. Taking the mark is, that's not Valentine.
Beswick.
Bestwick, the captain, Dean Bestwick, gets the ball with a short pass to a teammate downfield in David Jacob. He's the vice captain who moves it on now. Pinjarra going forward. Danger looming now in from under John, because they've just got forward of the wing a mark taken for the gold and black.
They're well covered further afield, so the shorter option's actually taken that occasion. Call to bring it backwards, but that's ignored. Short kick, and the big man there taking the mark on that occasion there is Michael Hansen. Bit far out to score, probably 70 metres, so he goes for the long route in towards the full forward. Player crashes into a marking effort there from McPhail, but the Centrals do have the ball on the half-back line still. A chance to work the ball away from defence. A target there on that occasion was Miguel. Couldn't get the ball away. Now a chance for the Tigers. Bring the ball inside 50, but it's ill-directed, and the mark taken there on that occasion by Jennings. Yeah. Looking to get that ball out. Has to risk a little bit of danger here. They're going to cross the goals. Man on his own now is Sheldon, and he juggles a mark on the half-back flank.
Yes, and just forward of the back pocket on the member side, a short pass. A kind bounce to a teammate in Jessica Musica. He has gone to dispose of the ball, and it's just collected the defender and gone out of bounds.
Yeah, mate, a great team defence there by Pinjarra. They were all pushing up, and the eventual smother, I think, was by the ex-Fremantle legend Hayden Ballantyne at 35 years of age. Thank you very much.
So Pinjarra now just they were 50 minutes from goals, but it's kicked out now to the half-forward line for Central's a chance for them. Oh, great pick-up on that occasion, but he was also tackled, the player from Pinjarra that did that. Many players around the ball at the moment. Finally, it's picked up by Robert Bestwick onto his left boot, but he's kicked astray, another behind for the Mundijong Central. So on the scoreboard there, 2 behinds and Pinjarra 1 goal, and we're at the 6.25 minute mark of the first quarter of the grand final.
Clayton Lawrence with that behind. Pinjarra getting the ball back into play. Very steady and deliberate with their movements out of defence so far. Going the short and smarter options. We see now Ballantyne at centre half back with the mark. Looking for options, not too many. So they're going to play a bit of keepings off in their defence. It's a little risky, and that is heading towards the boundary line, but a good mark taken inches inside play. Allows Wilson there to get the ball away from danger. Ballantyne now.
Beswick.
Goes for the short option, right over the boundary line, almost there, but the mark has been taken there by Jakob. He goes inboard, finds a target, and Pinjarra look like they're steadying the better of the two sides early in this contest. But there's nothing further afield. He's going to have to take on his opponent and a kick up towards half forward, and the mark taken by the big man there in Michael Hansen on the point of the half forward line as Pinjarra head towards the southern end in this first quarter.
Yeah, right in front of us in the broadcast position. The pass was immaculate, but not immaculate was teammate Ty Slater on that occasion. Recovery by Rowan Kerr though onto his right boot, shoots it up in towards the half forward flank, and taking the mark for us Centrals is the skipper, Brad McPhail.
McPhail with the ball. He's going to head up the lines towards the wing. He's got some numbers there. The big man crunched in the contest on that occasion in Hill. Couldn't get the ball away. The umpire's going to call for a ball up on wing position.
Just the feeling out process at the moment, boys. Very defensive. Both sides pushing up when the ball's in the opposition's forward line. So it's just a matter of who's going to flinch first.
Ball comes up towards the half-forward line now. Pinjarra have the numbers. There's a man on the loose. Kicking the ball there is Fay, going for his second goal. And he's kicked it to a target. Fell a bit short, but the mark's been taken. And a chance for Pinjarra to get their second on the board.
Superb umpiring by Dean Williams. It would have been a free kick anyway because he copped the push in the back and he's paid it downfield.
The number 1 is Hayden Ballantyne.
That's
You can see
undisciplined.
there's a sign on the wing there, just saying who he is.
2008 Sandover medalist.
Tell us more. Once
Shot
he kicks
for
this
goal is
Pardon?
straight over the goal umpire's hat. So now Pinjarra advance to 2 goals straight, 12 points. And they lead Central's 2 behinds, 2 points. We played nearly 9 minutes in this first quarter.
Good stuff, Mighty. Yeah, Hayden Ballantyne. 2008 was a huge year for him. He turned 21. He was playing at Peel. He led the goal kicking, won the best and fairest and the Sandover, and just to top it all off, his grandmother won the lotto. That all happened in the 1 year in 2008 for
I
Ballantyne.
don't think that
And the
was
sign
all
went on the
though,
wing
was
soon
it?
after.
Pretty much. And apart from that, 170 odd league games for Fremantle, life membership, 270 odd goals as well. For the guy that's the size of a jockey, pound for pound, magnificent little footballer.
Yes, and he's right into horses, I believe, now.
Training.
Yeah, training horses. Now, Pinjarra with a chance across half back. There's a tackle holding the ball. Fair enough. So the recipient of the kick will be Matthew Stubbs for Centrals. He's in the corridor. Let's see if there's any open space leads. He has kicked to one. He's pulled forward. Come out, but it's marked by Pinjarra across half back in between the left back pocket and the half back flank, and he's passed it up towards the left half back where there's another mark, and coming into the centre, Pinjarra have taken 2 marks in a row.
So Lynn now with the ball, just outside defensive 50. He's got some options further to his right, but he's going to go up the lines. Is that going to be paid a mark? Yes, it is. A little bit of attention after the mark has been taken. And the umpire's going to let the mark stand.
Well, that's once again probably a bit of undiscipline by
So
Central.
Vidovic, he's got the ball in board now to Kerr, the assistant coach. Well manned up in the middle, just inches in that one. Beswick with the mark. The skipper's kick is not the best though. The ball's up at centre half back now. Kick away, trying to clear the balls only as far as Beswick up towards the goal area, and a mark has been taken on that occasion. It's a defensive mark, and it'll go the way of Jake Sheldon.
Yeah, Sheldon relieving the pressure for Mundy John, gets it out to half back. Mark out there. That looks like a Musica, is it?
No, it's not Musica.
Anyway,
it might be Zach McWell.
Okay, McWell gets the ball to the right wing underneath the scoreboard, which shows 12 to Pinjarra Central's 2. There's a mark out there. Player receives the handball, kicks up the half forward. Oh, Pinjarra resolute in defence. Another mark taken, a kick come across ground, and marking it for Pinjarra is Robert Beswick.
Tigers have the freedom in defence, and there's a bit of attention there, chopping of the arms. The free kick will go the way of Yakub, but very steady in defence, and Centrals need to just steady the nerves a little bit.
Yeah, the umpires aren't messing around. They're playing free kicks under there, Derek.
On the half-back line for the Tigers, grandstand side, go the short option, nice and safe. The Tigers doing this well. There's a target coming up here in Lynn. Decides to go even short. Beswick has to juggle it. He hasn't held the mark. Play on's the call. Now a handball away there by Cruz Wilson. And away the Tigers go up towards the half-forward line. The big man Hall, Hanson I should say, takes the mark. Quick movement. Inboard. The 1-2 ends up now with Zatto. Kicks the ball inside 50. All the players there could not get the ball on the in the hands. McPhail, with the best hands of the lot, kicks the ball clear out towards the wing position, bouncing and bouncing away. Kerr has the ball now. He has no support. The Centrals now show some toe. Get up towards half forward. It's almost been given a mark, and it's been given a push instead. And a chance for Centrals now to make a decent play forwards. That they do. The target now. The man in 17 at the back couldn't get the mark there in Henley. Scrap for the ball near the goal square. The ball spills free. The umpires call
There's a bit of a aggression shown with two umpires.
It's a forward free kick, so it looks like it's going to be.
There's a bit of argy-bargy behind the ball, boys.
Yeah, and it was a long way behind when you look at where the play was. So this kick's going to be a certain goal from about 12 metres out from the goal line. So that was undisciplined this time on Pinjarra's behalf.
So Ryan Henley, Chuka, has got it behind already today. Get that all-important first major for his side. Kicks towards the goal and stabs it right through the middle. So Central's now on the board. 13 minutes gone in this first quarter of the PFNL Grand Final. They're 1-2-8. They're 4 points adrift to Pinjarra. 2 straight goals, 12 points. And that's exactly what they needed, Barney, just to steady the nerves, get that first one on the board.
Mate, that's right. Just for the people at home, called before Zach McWell was Ashley Coutinho, so apologies, we're sort of learning on the run a little bit. Just a bit of a player profile. Number 9 for Pinjarra is Lane Rasmussen, nicknamed Donkey, 100 games for West Perth, 2013 Premiership player, along with teammate Rowan Kerr, same year, and won the Premiership last year with Margaret River in the SWFL, come to Pinjarra this year. Number 9, Lane Rasmussen. And
he's in the same side as the stand-up medalist too, so they've got some strength out there today that we're watching. Now coming in to do the ruck for Pinjarra is Braden Kasakoff. Wins it down to only an opposition player though, who's tackled from behind, and there'll be a toss-up.
Mate, feel free to call Kasakoff the Big Russian. Okay, he's told me. He wants to be known as the Big Russian.
Oh, does he? Okay.
Yeah. With a name like Kazakov, you're not going to argue. As the ball now towards the half-back line for Mundijong. They got the numbers and the overlap. Chance now for Collard to kick the ball further afield. Mark's taken that occasion there by, looks like it might be Miguel.
Oh, sorry.
It's actually not. It's Corey Stanley, who was a Country Colts All-Star this year. And a good kick by him just outside 50. The mark being taken there on that occasion there by Foster. Goes towards the goal mouth. There's a bit of a scramble in the goal square, and I think the umpire's given a free kick. Umpire Omade has. It's going to go to the Centrals, and that's a perfect thing for them. They need to get 2 goals in a row just to get themselves back into a rhythm.
I missed that free kick.
There was a scramble in the goal square. 2 players fell down.
Yeah, I think one was trying to shepherd, and the defender grabbed a hold of him and just make sure he couldn't go anywhere. So it was more needing a holding free kick.
Okay,
so Musica
giving away free kicks up in the first quarter so far.
So Musica with the shot at goal. And that is sweet music for the Blues fans. That gets them in front now. And Central's 2-2-14. Pinjarra 2 straight goals,
Beautiful
12 points. And we're into the getting close to the time on period in this first quarter. 15 and a half minutes gone.
So 2-2 to 2 goals. She's a bit of an arm wrestle. Both sides play a defensive game. Don't like turning the ball over. Very careful with it, as you see with the chipping that's going on. 2 goals kicked by Centrals. Maybe a bit of a worry that they're free kicks and not in general play. But the ball's got to be down there to get the free kick anyway. So both sides started pretty well, really.
So it looks like now Brett Hill will be doing the ruck again against Braden Cassis.
The big Russian.
The big Russian, Kasakov. Hill actually wins it, so it's going towards Centrals. He sockers it off the ground rather than gather it. It's around centre half forward. The 50-metre arc is just at the drop of the ball where a player is lying on it, and the umpire will come in and throw it up 50 metres from the goals. And in this first quarter, Centrals kicking towards the tennis courts end of Ruston Park.
The northern side of the ground, Pinjarra now scrapping their way out of defence. A very inconsistent footy, not what we'd seen in the first 10 minutes of play. And now we see a mark turnover in the middle of the ground. The mark taken there on that occasion by McPhail. The skipper gets the ball moving. Up on the wing, the Blues now. Hard tackle laid there. The umpire says he got his hands out in time. Another big tackle laid. And the umpire's going to say, no, there was no opportunity for him to get away with that one. And we'll have a ball up right on the outer side. 2 goals straight, Pinjarra. Central's 2-2. We're hitting the 17-minute mark of this first quarter.
Yes, from the wing underneath the scoreboard, Pinjarra will go forward. 3 handballs back though before they do. A kick towards a teammate in the corridor, and Michael Hansen gets it to his skipper by the look, and who over his left shoulder gets it to the forward pocket and running onto it and gathering it. Is that Valentine?
No, it'd be Beswick, I think.
Beswick. No, it's
3.
number 3. Sorry, Robert Bird has kicked the goal. That was great play. They went back with 3 handballs and then went forward when they created that empty space.
Good work, Gary. It was a lovely bit of play up forward. The initial target was Millie Millwood at forward. He grabbed it on the bounce, quick left-hand handball, put Bird into space, open goal, bang. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, no free kicks that time, so they'll be happy with that. So on the scoreboard, Pinjarra 3 goals straight, 18. Centrals are 2-2-14. We're at the 18-minute mark of the first quarter.
So the benefit of the overlap showing out there. Pinjarra showing some class there and getting a goal on the board. Umpire throws the ball back up into play. No clear knockout there. Pinjarra had the chance to get the takeaway. Not too quickly though, because we're going to see another ball up.
So having mentioned Brett Millwood, very, very good junior, came up through the Peel Colts and Peel Reserves as a runner-up in the best and fairest there as well.
Pinjarra get the takeaway, even though they didn't get the knockout. The umpire's got a whistle back there. A little bit of niggle going on between the players there. Robert Bird might be in amongst the action. He's got the free kick.
Yeah, he had a high tackle. I was surprised he didn't call that one play on, Derek. But he's earned the free kick. Believe me, the last goal kicker, short pass finds a teammate who infield who takes the mark, Rowan Kerr maybe. He gets it into the centre of ground, so they're right in the corridor. In the centre circle is the Pinjarra player as he goes to kick it. He gets around his man on the mark, it looks like Riley Vidovic.
Yep.
He gets it up towards danger area once again. 4 Centrals, handballs backwards. They're only about 15 metres from goals at the Mandurah Forum Shopping Centre end, and the ball goes out of bounds about 15 metres around from the right hand behind post, and it'll be a throw-in, so Pinjarra with another chance to score from it.
3 very hard tackles there in a row from both teams on each other. No chance to get that ball out. Good finals pressure as we see the knockout. Chance for Central to get the ball clear, but the scrap now builds on again, and umpire Amadeus had enough. Wheels around the pack and says, I'll have a ball up 25 metres out from goal.
Doing a great job, the umpires. You'd expect the cream when you come to this level. Winning the ruck tap that time was Matthew Leopold. Still in the scoring region for Pinjarra if they're good enough. A good tackle this time by a Mundajong Central's player, and the umpire says, I'll throw it up. So it's about 48 metres out from goal now for the Pinjarra side. Chance for them to score from this throw up.
Leopold gets a knockout back to a teammate. Blues have a chance to steady out through Stanley, up towards the wing, beats the man there in Somerville. Now it's a foot race for the ball, but Pinjarra had the numbers at the front.
Martin.
If they can get the ball clear away, now a chance for Wilson. He's under a bit of pressure. They're able to get the ball up towards the half, up towards the wing, and the mark taken there by the vice-captain in Stephen Martin. Hasn't got too many options further afield, well covered by the Blues. Umpire calls play on. Nearly a smother there by Stubbs as the ball goes up towards centre forward. Big fly at the front, and that's well paid. There's a mark there going the way of Ty Salter.
Totally agree. and he was in between four Central's defenders.
65 out from goal. He's going to get run down if he doesn't watch out. Great work there by Somerville. Gets the ball up. No mark taken by Centrals, but they have the numbers to mop up. Good work there on that occasion there by Collard. Goes out wide looking for Musica. He's got 2 to beat here. He's got to get the ball cleared. Does well. Up towards the open half-forward line. It's all on the bounce here. And it's fallen a bit nasty. Chance now for Miguel up towards the forward line. The kick's not a good one. And a penalty free kick will go the way of Pinjarra on their defensive 50-metre arc.
I thought McQuell did well to actually keep that in. He obviously kept it in because he's kicked it out of bounds. I thought he might have already carried over the boundary line. So now Pinjarra going forward to the left wing. There's a mark out or a free kick? A free kick. Cannot recognise that player at the moment, but he goes forward. It's across the half-forward line, so Pinjarra doing a lot of attacking at the moment. The Central players working overtime in defence. Comes out to Jessica again, Musica, sorry, and he gets a handball to a teammate in Andre Cortino. He's now sending it downfield, so now it's in the forward line of Centrals, but ball carries 4 players over the line and out of bounds, 25 metres around from the right hand behind post. There'll be a throw-in.
Well, we're on Jesse Musica. He is from the Perth Football League. He's won 2 best and fairest, and also has played at League and Colts and Reserves level at South Fremantle Football Club in the Waffle. He's played about 50 games.
So the ball comes back into play. We're in the time on period here in this first quarter. Pinjarra pegged back into their deep defence. Clear and kick. It's going to bounce right. Pinjarra player nearly kept the ball in. It's going to go over the line out of bounds. On the outer side, 3 goals straight Pinjarra. Central's 2-2, so a 4-point ball game. 22.5 minutes gone in this first quarter. So both sides having a little patch of dominance. Pinjarra early on. Central's got that margin back. Now it's all back and tight as the ball comes back into play. Rain holding off. We had a bit during the Colts game, but thankfully held off as the ball goes up towards half forward. Hansen was the target. He's got support. If they get a clear kick, there's a man at the back. It looks like it might be Millwood. He's in a battle, scrap for the ball. Teammates fall over, opponents fall over, and there's a little scrap kick off the ground. And they'll be through for a goal. I reckon that was Nixon Purser.
No.
In number 28.
No, you're wrong. Central, it came off the Central's player's boot. I could see that. The umpire agrees.
So
one behind only, but the crowd were calling for a Pinjarra free kick.
Very good eyes, Gary.
Yes.
That's why I'm wearing glasses.
Anyway, the kick comes out in a very good mark taken by Pinjarra's Cruz Wilson. Gets a handball, gets a handball. Here he is again. That's Cruz Wilson. Now he receives the kick to the player that he gave it to in Matthew B. And Wilson's now a short chip pass onto the left wing has found David Jacob taking a mark.
Somerville with the ball up towards half forward. He's found the target just inside 50. And that will be the man in number 20, Kobe Foster. Might just be in range. He's a big fella, so he might have a big foot on him there. But he'll kick pretty much from the 50-metre arc.
Can he
45
do
degree
well
angle?
here, you think?
Don't know a great deal about him. I got the what you'd call the champions players list from both coaches, so up to them to give that to me, and he wasn't on it.
Body language
Well, he'll
suggests,
probably kick it then if you don't know anything about him. What's this? He
body
might
language
surprise you.
suggests he's going to go for it.
Yeah.
And he starts right with the run, kicks the ball. It's just going to tail off to the left-hand side. Not much in it.
That was a good kick.
It was through for one
It was
behind.
outside the 50-metre arc.
Central's 2-3-15, Pinjarra 3-1-19, a 4-point ball game, and we're just about to tick over 25 minutes in this first quarter
Yes.
of the PFNL Grand Final.
And one kick in it, of course, magnificent the way it should be.
And great to see young Mitch Zadar, number 2 for Pinjarra. He did very, very well in this year's Country Carnival, was a class above all other players. Playing aggressively here today, trying to impart himself on the contest.
Yeah, excellent. Brett Millward, did you say?
No, Mitch Zadar, number 2.
Oh, Mitch, yeah. Okay. So he also was an all-star, country all-star, Mitch, as well as being the most improved Colt. The quarter time here at Ruston Park, and it's a lead to Centrals, Pinjarra. 3 goals, 1-19. Centrals are 2 goals, 3-15. The goal scorers for Pinjarra, Hayden Ballantyne, Robert Bird, Nathan Flay, there's your 3 goals, and the 2 goals for Centrals, Jessica Musica and Ryan Henley. Now we'll cross over firstly to Derek Mott, who will run through where the differences of 4 points came from in that first quarter, and then your better plays for the quarter, and then after you will go to Barney for the same thing, Derek.
Okay, well, just seeing that first quarter, Pinjarra seemed to have the better start of the two sides. The first 10 minutes, they seemed to be more settled. They had great movement out of defence. As we mentioned in the call, chip kicking was away, and that was for safety and surety to get that ball out of defence and up the ground. So they did that very well in defence. And Centrals had a little bit of the jitters early on, and we saw as a result, Faye with the first goal, and then Ballantyne kicked one to give them a nice 2-goal advantage. But probably about the 10-11 minute mark, Central started to grab the ones that they were fumbling. They were getting a bit more system out of the middle, and in the end we saw Lawrence and Musica kick goals to get that ball back to parity. And the last 5 minutes or so, it was a nice little scrap. Everyone had settled down, and now we're getting into some rhythm. So all in all, it looks like it's going to be a nice tight scrap for the rest of the game. Not going to be too much letting up between the two sides. They're going to be focusing on each other for the rest of the game, and we're going to see a very tight affair, I reckon.
Just run down your list then for Pinjarra and tell me who has, or both teams if you like.
I'll go with Pinjarra.
Pressure in that first.
Ballantyne's created some good opportunities up forward. Zato has also got a bit of the ball. Kerr in the middle providing good system, as an assistant coach should. Jakob got a bit of the old mention there. Faye kicked the goal. Beswick has been a little bit lively as well in the field there. Vidovic providing some opportunities up forward. Millwood is creating a little bit of a worry for the defence. He hasn't really latched onto anything yet, but there's always that chance that he's going to get that ball and cause a bit of mayhem for the defence. Cruz Wilson from the half-back line especially getting some system there. Hansen in the ruck providing a presence, and Kazakov, he looks like he's going to be a lively player during the course of this match. He's right into it already.
Okay, and Central, did you run through this?
Musica doing pretty well there. Miguel also getting a bit of the ball. Somerville, he's provided some options as transition from defence into attack. I've seen a bit of work in defence from Collard. Henley looks like a player that the Tigers have to be aware of. McPhail, very good in defence at the moment. He's been that last line in defence, rock solid. Foster on the forward line's had a few opportunities there. And of course, we've also got Matt Leopold also doing a bit of work in defence, and Hill in the ruck.
Barney, you tell us your difference in that first quarter and run down your better players for both sides as well, please, mate.
Yeah, cheers, Gary. It seemed that Pinjarra had the better of the quarter, and quite obviously possession-wise as well. I thought their lead-up targets were better. I thought Central's played better on the rebound, on the turnover. The lead-up targets like Hansen, Jakob and Fahey, especially the half-forward line here, and getting that overlap that you keep talking about, Monty, into the forward line, so quicker movement in there. So I think they had a lot more opportunities and maybe squandered a little bit, but it's the first quarter of a grand final, and that's okay. And on the rebound...
Get the nerves out of the system.
Pardon?
Get the nerves out of the system.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm waiting for Central's mosquito fleet of Coutinho, Musica to come to the fore in the game. The one they've got to watch Pinjarra is Hill. He can tear a game apart. He tore South Mandurah apart last week, either in ruck or up forward. But the player that impressed me the most, to be honest, and I've watched him for a while and he's come good at the right time, is Michael Bucky Hansen, number 23 for Penny.
Yep.
And the other one is that Centrals have to watch out for is letting Rowan Kerr off the leash. He's getting a lot of the ball on his own. If that happens all day, it'll be thank you very much, and their forwards will be very, very happy because he'll just lace them out every time. So a good, honest, even quarter. Probably the ascendancy with Pinjarra, scorched, I'd say, 4 to Penny, 5 to Centrals. It's just a good game of footy, Gary.
Okay, getting back to Brett Hill, of course, he won the Ross Elliott medal this year for the fairest and best for the league.
Yep.
So his league, not only recent form, his whole season must have been pretty
He also
good.
won the South Freo. We won a flag with the South Freo Colts in 2012. Played in the GFL with Boulder. Won a couple of flags there in the best and fairest. And last year was the leading guy. 2020 was the leading goal kicker in the SWFL. So he can play ruck or forward and does well in both positions.
If you were a coach of either of these sides, is there anything you'd do different in the second quarter?
I think it's going to be an arm wrestle all the way through, no matter what moves are made. You want your game breakers like your Ballantines and your Kerrs to take control of the game.
Okay.
You hope they do, but Centrals aren't going anywhere. I think we've got an arm wrestle.
Okay, so they're almost ready to start quarter 2 for the grand final of the Peel Football and Netball League here from Ruston Park. And this time it's a different umpire out there to hold the start play, Tom Cronin. Over to Derek Mott.
Well, it's gotten a bit dark here at Ruston Park. On go the Malcolm Blights, and away we go for the second quarter. And a chance for Hanson. He's got the ball back, quarterback to a teammate, but Centrals now have the first inside 50 of the term. Big high ball looking for a target there. Mosquito Fleet at the front, not there, so Hanson now has the ball, wheels into
Well
trouble,
played.
but gets the kick away, right towards the middle of the ground. Ball bouncing awkwardly for everyone in there, and Ty Salter tried to lasso it in it. He did so in the end, but the players were waiting to attack him on the ground level, and we'll see a ball up. Nearly a minute gone in the second quarter as Pinjarra 3-1-19, Centrals 2-3-15.
And Tom Cronin again throws the ball up. Pinjarra now with a chance. Player on his left boot, it looks like it's Bird. He uses it, goes down to the half forward line, so trouble looming for Mundijong if they can't get it out of there.
Oh.
Handball comes across to Ty Slater, is it? Shoots it down, it's carried over the heads of 2 players in the goal box and bounced through for a goal.
Millwood.
Millwood, was it?
Millwood was the shepherder in the goal square.
Oh, yeah, sorry, in the goal square, but Ty Slater kicked it, didn't he? Number
Salter.
18?
Salter.
Salter or Slater?
Salter.
Salter.
Oh,
A nice
okay.
kick, just on the verge of the 50. He wheeled around nice, and Millwood had to do a bit of work there, Barney, to keep the defender out.
Luckily for Millwood, it was a floating mung, and just
Bounced
sat
over
up.
both
It
of them.
reminded me of the kick that Rockingham won the grand final with against South Mandurah, right here in that left forward pocket on the members' side. Kicked the guy, a normal right footer, kicked the left foot, snap, won the game, last kick of the day
Fickle bounce, wasn't it?
for Rocco.
Yeah, it was meant to happen.
Yeah.
So now we're back in the middle, this time with Dean Williams. He throws it up, and and Mundijong going forward, a high kick. You wouldn't want to be under that. 4 players were. No one can hold it. The ball's on the ground. Picking up Michael Somerville on his left boot attempt. It's smothered. 10 metres in from the 50-metre attacking arc, and the umpire will come in again and throw it up. So kicking towards the Mandurah Forum Shopping Centre end, a chance now for Mundijong to score.
Mundijong trying to buy a goal here at that end of the ground. The kick was a little bit off the side of the boot, and it's not going to be given as deliberate. There's a bit of a roughhouse kick, and it's gone over the line out of bounds, 40 from goal.
When he laid his hand back like that, I thought he was going, you did
He
that
had the
deliberately,
hand up
son.
ready to whoosh it through, but no. Boundary umpire sends the ball back into play. Hanson and Hill. Hill gets the knockdown, but Pinjarra with the takeaway. Doing it under a lot of duress as a flying kick out of the air up towards the wing, but Mundijong had the numbers, but the boundary line beats everyone, and the ball's over the line out of bounds. 10 points a different Pinjarra's way against Centrals here as we tick over the 3-minute mark in this second quarter.
Yes, so just underneath the scoreboard to throw in, we've got doing the ruck work Matthew Leopold this time for Mundijong. And also Michael Hanson. Hanson actually wins it, which
well,
means Pinjarra now going forward. They've gone to centre half forward. A player waiting for a free kick, I think, and he's given it, is it?
Yeah,
holding the man. So again, it was a bit of a silly part of play for Pinjarra to give away a free kick right at centre half forward. Now it's come out, and on the right half back flank.
Unintended. Musica caught one there, but it was straight for the ball. Jacob, nothing wrong with that. As Musica just counting how many hairs he's hurt on his eyebrow there. But he's a big man, and away he goes. Kicks the ball up towards the half-forward line. Man at the back, big fly early, very ambitious.
Playing well.
Doesn't matter anyway because the mark's gone to Stephen Martin.
Playing very well.
Kicks in ball towards the middle of the ground. 2 players raffling it. The raffle's won by Ballantine, and he'll show the ball around his opponent. Centre half forward.
Magnificent!
And the mark has been taken there by Millwood, who are getting a bit of vertigo being that far away from goal. But here's a chance to put his first on the board this afternoon.
That was, as the great committee would say, around the corner, centimetre perfect. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming, everybody. That was
Absolutely
fantastic.
class.
Made Leopold look like a mannequin as he sashayed around him, and a beautiful pinpoint kick.
Yeah, it went about 40 to 45 metres, eyeball height all the way, and hit him on the chest.
This ball might go flat. This guy can kick the air out of it, Motty.
Brett Millwood is going to be kicking from outside 50. When he does, he's got a bit too much height on that. I think it's gone to the right hand side anyway, and it's through for one behind. So a lead now goes out to 11 points for Pinjarra. They're 4-2-26 to Central's 2-3-15, and we're nearly 5 minutes into the second quarter.
Can you see Pinjarra getting a bit of ascendancy?
I think they've had the ascendancy from the first bounce, if I was honest. But when they make a mistake, Centrals are crawling in for it, and that's what's keeping them in the game, I think.
Okay, right, that kick's a mistake. It's been kicked out of bounds on the full, and Centrals have forfeited a free kick here, and the recipient this time will be Riley Vidovic, who gets it over towards the 50-metre arc. Oh, the ball, I thought he marked it. The umpire's called play on, a handball back out to a teammate, though, at the back of the pack. There's a Pinjarra player there, and holding the ball says the umpire.
And Millwood grabbed it, and he tried to turn around to get that ball, and the umpire said that prior opportunity, but he's about 150 metres closer than us, so we'll take his word for that as the ball goes out towards the half-back line. Munajong with the numbers there. They can't get that ball clear. They have a chance now through Stubbs. He turns into trouble. The umpire's picked out a free. Like he might have paid it for tripping.
Looks like Matthew Stubbs has got the kick.
Stubbs has got the ball again on the outer side, about 40 from the Pinjarra goal. Goes in short, bit risky, but he's found the target very well. Not too many options up towards the middle of the ground, so he's going to have to slow things down and look for something that's there. He has found a man, a one-on-one contest, a diving effort there. Not able to get the ball away, and it's over the shoulder anyway. He was diving in to get that ball, and the Pinjarra player there with the infringement.
6.5 minutes into the second quarter, 26 to Pinjarra. Central's 15, and they have a kick just backward of the left wing underneath the scoreboard. Now the skipper, I think it is, kicking that Bradwick Fale, gets it up towards the half forward. The big destroy from behind by Mundajong Central comes, but it goes forward again through Pinjarra. Kick from the right half-back flank on the scoreboard side. Oh, soccer off the ground, takes him to the right forward pocket, very close to the boundary line. Pinjarra playing, picking up and get dumped over the line and out of bounds with a short shove, and the umpire says fair enough, we'll throw it in about 30 metres around.
The adjective you're looking for is unceremoniously dumped.
Yeah, he was.
I think that was a capital T. That was a capital D with a bit more of mayo on it there, Gaz.
Yeah.
Ball back into play. Pinjarra getting the ball from the takeaway under a lot of pressure. Millwood spins around out of nowhere, and he's put the twin calicos up from the goal umpire's hand there. And that's goal number 5 on the board for Pinjarra. They're now advanced to 5-2-32. They've got that ascendancy back, and Central's 2-3-15. We've nearly hit the 8-minute mark in this second quarter.
The difference between this quarter to the last one, Motty and Gary, is Pinjarra getting it forward and now starting to capitalise. There's now starting to be scoreboard pressure. So the next 5 to 10 minutes is crucial for Centrals to stay in it.
They've got to get the next 2, I reckon, just to keep the pegging down.
Millward, the leading goal kicker in Peel this season. Can you remember how many he kicked?
Around the 50 mark, mate.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, somewhere around 50. I'll just stay with that because I've got no clue, to be honest.
Okay. Umpire Dean Williams will restart playing the centre. Sometimes honesty hurts, Barney. The ball's on the deck, kicked out after being picked up by a Mundajong Central player. They're across half-back at the moment. The ball's in the hands of Michael Somerville. He goes backwards even further into the danger zone. Picked up by Pinjarra now, across half-back. Oh, I saw a late tackle. The umpire agrees with me. Tom Cronin, there was a late tackle on the Pinjarra player that was dumped after he's kicked it.
And the worst part is Central's had the numbers on the other side of the ground. They were going to take the ascendancy away, and they would have got a score out of it.
Just one thing on Beswick. Him and his brother Dean have played in 4 premierships at Pinjarra. Also Sharpie, Steve Martin, have all played in the 4 premierships, looking for premiership number 5 today. And Bezzy is doesn't mind me saying this, Robert Beswick, the older brother, he's in his mid-30s now, he's an agitator. So anything you see him cop, he's earned. Okay.
Pack forms at the 50-metre arc there as the no one could get that clear possession away, and we're going to see another ball up.
Nothing's easy in grand finals,
Yeah.
Barney.
He's playing very well, Robert. He's concentrating on what he's doing. He's got a job to do, a lockdown in the back pocket. He's doing a very good job.
He'll get a knockout, but no one can get the takeaway away. We'll see another ball up. 32 plays 15. Let's see if Pinjarra can keep the ball down their end. Big punch from Hanson. Now a chance for Centrals. A hopeful high ball up towards centre half forward. That'll bring rain.
Bang.
Now on the rebound, a chance for the player there in Stanley. Centrals are just skirting around the 50-metre arc, and the umpire's going to blow his whistle. Yep, tackled as he gained possession. So we'll see another ball up. It's nice and tight around the middle here, Barney.
Yeah, and across the half-back as well. Dean Beswick, the younger brother of the Beswick boys, is having a hell of a game. Innings come near him, he's either marking or destroying as the centre half-back should.
Hill got the knockout, but none of his teammates were where he hit the ball. Pinjarra had the numbers, but the Tigers now will get a free kick, and they'll be able to clear the ball away from danger.
Yeah, kicking to the tennis court's end of Ruston Park. And
Looking for an ace or two in this second half of the
yes,
quarter.
and the free kick will go to Stephen Martin, the vice captain in the side.
Oh.
He finds a teammate with a nice pass. That's Jordan in who marks, goes towards the centre. 1-on-1 out there. Umpires thought there was a free kick for holding, and that's players getting the kick is Matthew B. Just backward of the
Central
centre
players are
circle.
starting to get a little bit loose on their men at the moment. We're seeing a few areas around the ground where it's happening. Got away
great
beautifully
play.
worked there by Pomponio. He avoided big danger there. 2-on-1 contest. Centrals have to make it count this time. Pomponio there with an awful kick. Lucky it wasn't high up, because Pinjarra got to really work hard to get this one out of defence. They steam up towards the wing now. Kick Hill at the front, but a good mark taken there by Hanson there. The two ruckmen really having a good battle today. As the ball goes up towards centre forward. No way! Oh, he couldn't hold the mark. Ball spills free. Chance now. A shot at goal into an open goal square. And it decides to just half volley against the behind post. We'll see a throw in. And at the 11.5-minute mark of this second quarter, Pinjarra 5-2-32. Central's 2-3-15. It's a 17-point ball game.
Chance for the Tigers though. They're right against the left-hand behind post in that pocket from the throw-in. Central's in numbers. Maybe they can get rid of. Picked up though by a Pinjarra player, Nathan Flay, I think.
Nathan Fay.
And he's already kicked a goal and put it through. Fantastic. Just crumbing on that occasion. That's how Rovers used to play in old time.
It was very, very good crumbing, mate, but I won't say panic times, but the sirens are going off for Brad Bushy Oldfield at Centrals. I see he's put, one stage he put Jennings back, number 13 as a spare. He's been going man on man. Do you rob Peter, pay Paul? What do you do? Do you let him go man on man? Let's have a look and see how it folds out.
We're just seeing that Central's players are just starting to get a little bit loose on their opponents around the ground, and Pinjarra, with that metre gap, they're able to turn that gap into something decisive, and they're starting to look very good at the moment. It's ominous if Centrals don't get the game back their way. Another clearance away for Pinjarra, bit of tunnel ball through the legs there, up towards the half-forward area, nice paddle out. The target there on that occasion was Len, but Central now have a chance to mop up. Dylan Goodall did some good work. Now the ball's headed up towards the wing, and a big crunch there in the back of Clement. Man on the mark there, Nixon Purser.
Very aggressive.
Target up there. Now a chance to turnover goes away. Matthew B sends the ball inside 50, handball, straight to an opponent. So now the Centrals have the numbers, the 2-on-1. Big physical work there. They've still got themselves in defence. Clement's in trouble on the boundary line. And now the numbers there. Oh, good punch away there by Pomponio. Kerr thought he had the mark. Play goes clear now. Open forward line now. Wait for the bounce. It beats them all. Now chance for Somerville. Can he get away with it? He's had a little bit of a two-step there. A little dance with Beswick. But now Pinjarra now able to get the ball away through Johnson.
There's plenty of intensity in this game. We're 14 minutes almost into the second quarter, and it's livened up a bit.
Is that out?
Zadow in the centre sends it down with a long kick behind, almost a Tiger mark. He grabs it on the ground, shoots and misses almost everything, one behind only. So Pinjarra go on to 6 goals, 3 39, Central's 2 goals 3, 15, and a chance gone big in that time, Barney.
Yeah, he rushed the kick. He had more time than he thought, mate.
He probably wasn't taught to, I suppose. He wasn't told that he had the space.
No talking. Yeah, well, we can't hear it, but probably not, mate.
So 14 minutes gone this quarter. It's 3 goals to Pinjarra this quarter. Central's yet to score. So Central's need to get the scoreboard operator working. Now they're trying to work their way up the half back line, going inboard, but their man is covered. The only one option there is Lawrence, but he's actually hobbling around on the wing. So the option then, Corey Stanley's taken inboard towards the centre square. Another mark, so they're working themselves up the line, trying to find a man and get back into play. Good work there by Stanley, making the 1-2. Now there's a switch on towards the outer side as the players all mosey along like cows in the field towards the outer side of the ground. Mundajong Central's now with a chance to send the ball inside 50 for a rare occasion. Somerville, 55 out from goal. Takes a mark near the boundary line, out the side. Wheels that ball in, the target there. Big fly, can he get the mark? No, on that occasion there. It was Foster, but there's a follow-up shot towards the goals. Hill with a crash, but Pinjarra able to get the ball away from defence.
Yes, it comes out very quickly to centre half back. Taking the mark is Corey Stanley. And he will have a shot from about 45 metres out, very slight angle, and should score one way or the other. You're going to have a punt on whether he can kick a goal from here, Barney.
Well, there's about 20 plus different players that I've only seen these sides once each this year, mate, that I haven't seen before, that we're learning off the sheet, which is tough. You guys doing a good job, so keep it up.
Yeah, he's an all-star from the country Colts.
Yeah,
as a Colt. Yeah.
Okay, so he's a wee man with little legs, but they're usually the ones. I'll back him in. I'll back him.
Okay.
Hoots from the crowd below.
Won't make it. The big touch.
Straight.
And it goes through for a behind. So well tried, but just not the
Better
distance.
made a short. Not bad.
2 goals 4 now, Central, 16 to Pinjarra, 6 goals 3, 39. We're 16 and a quarter minutes into the second quarter.
Sharp little kicking goes away to Jakob. He decides to go towards the back pocket. No time to be pressured into anything, so they're just taking their sweet time up towards half back. Good contested mark on that occasion.
I did say intensity was there. It's been deflated again.
Pinjarra worked themselves well. They're doing it in a regimented fashion up towards the wing. Big fly there, no mark taken there by McPhail. And Pinjarra now have a chance to get that ball up towards the inside 50. They've got runners coming down, streaming down, looking for the ball as Lynn decides, I might have a shot from 70. How's this? There's not much breeze behind him though. He's going to have a big stab at it up towards the pack. Big fly there, no mark taken. Who's got their
High tackle,
numbers at the crumb?
Valentine was tackled high on that occasion. The umpire doesn't agree. There's a free kick the other way.
Is. A free kick given?
Yeah, to Mundajong Central's player, and that may be Jackson Goodall down there, I think.
Ball comes up towards Angus Taylor, centre half back, looking for another man. Just got the ball towards Musica. Kicked the goal in the first quarter. Going to go very wide out now. Finds a teammate. They've got an overlap there. A smother. No. They didn't want that.
Jacob.
And it's chance for Fazzetto.
Fantastic football. Explain that one, Barney.
Got to be comfortable with their 45s and chipping across. Umpire called play on. Zadao was quickly across the kick. Picked up the scraps and ran in and went bang.
Made it look easy.
Yeah, he did. It's a great play from a young player.
Desperation for the ball. Yeah. Just got himself in it, put the body on the line, got the ball clear, and there's no one going to stop him getting that one.
I just wish we had
except an errant kick.
I called it Jakob first. It was Zadao. Apologies for that.
But that's something that Centrals could not afford at this time of a grand final.
5 goals down now.
Yeah, all of a sudden it just seems to have opened up, doesn't it? Hello, umpire Glenn Omaday just waiting for something at the other end. Now he throws the ball up to restart play. The big men fly, won that time by Braden Kazakov, but the ball hits the deck and a couple of players onto it, and there'll be another throw.
Gary, he's changed his name by Depol to the Big Russian. You're going to have to get onto this, mate. He's the Big Russian.
But I just don't trust Putin, mate.
The Kalashnikov. As we see now, the chance for kicking up a bit of dirt there, but Pinjarra have the numbers. They're able to force their way further upfield. Some real messy football. The umpire's going to pick out a free kick. It'll go the way of Pinjarra. They're showing a lot of desperation.
Yeah.
And they got men loose on the half-forward flank. There's an overlap with him. This is spelling a lot of danger. The handball over the top now to Vidovic. He's inside 50, a shot towards the goal square. Millwood there tries to fly from the back. There's 3 hands on the ball. And we're going to see that pushed over for a minor score. 7-4-46 to Pinjarra. And Central's 2-4-16. The margin 30 points. We're a minute away from time on the second quarter.
Yeah, I look forward to listening to Derek and Barney's comments how this game has opened up in this second quarter. It just seems like a flick of a fingers. It's all of a sudden looking real tough for Mandurong Centrals. Now, kick from out from fullback. A player dives from the mark, is given a push in the back, and he'll take a free kick across right half back. That's the captain, Brad McPhail.
McPhail with the ball. Player got bundled over downfield. There's going to be a 50-metre penalty. And I think it might have something to do with what happened down here. A little bit of niggle between Leopold and it might have been Kazakov.
How many
decided to get a,
undisciplined free kicks do you have to give away to lose a grand final?
We'll find out maybe as McPhail gets the ball up towards the target there, and they've taken the mark there on that occasion. Brett Hill, the Ross Elliott medalist, and a chance to put his first goal on the board. And this will be just a second scoring shot for the quarter for Centrals, who have got one behind in 20.5 minutes this quarter. Whilst Pinjarra have blown the contest away for the time being, unless we see some resistance here. The long-sleeved Hill will have a shot at goal from around 25 metres out, about a 30-40 degree angle. Kicks the ball, nice spinning of the ball, the revolutions in the air. The burley goes over the top of the goal umpire's hat, and there is a much needed goal for Mandurong Centrals. They're 3-4-22, Pinjarra 7-4-46, and we're 21 minutes down in this second quarter. I think Mandurong Centrals need the next 2, don't they, Barney?
I think the next 5 minutes or the last 4 minutes of this quarter are crucial, Noddy.
Yep.
If Penny can take it away and get an answer, that's telling, I think. But if Centrals can get 1 or 2, they're a side that are a momentum side. I've watched them last week against South Mandurah. They just kept coming, and they play for their coach. That's one thing I do know. They all play for their coach, which is, you're halfway there when that's happening.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Let's have a look, eh? Let's have a look.
No doubt that Pinjarra Tigers have definitely got the momentum, but that goal would have helped to turn it around. Now it's Hill again, this time doing the ruck. He gets it to centre half forward, picking it up and handballing towards Matthew Stubb. He gets rid of it from Mandurong, but chipping in is Riley Vidovic across half back for Pinjarra. Gets it out to the wing position, player being held there. The umpire doesn't agree, calls play on. Now he'll come in and throw the ball up underneath the scoreboard, which reads 46 to Pinjarra, Central's 22 minutes into the second quarter.
Another example of turning the ball over. They had the run of the ball all the way to the half-forward line. They turn it over. They're not concentrating.
Quick catapult
out she goes. Out she goes.
See what happens now is scramble for the ball. Pinjarra getting a free kick on that occasion, just as they were getting away from the pack. 22.25 minutes gone in the second quarter as the ball sends back in towards forward 50 again. Beetle comes as a chance to handball over the top, and this is a stroll for the goal.
Bang.
There's another goal on the board, that's 8. So they have kicked 5 goals to 1 in this quarter, and that's helped burst the game open to a 30-point margin. 8-4-52, Central's 3-4-22.
I believe that was Salter again, was it?
I'm not sure. I still haven't seen his number. We've got to wait for him to turn around, and when they do, the numbers aren't that clear, to be honest. So.
No, I thought it was Salter, number 18.
Okay.
I had him in my list as Slater, but it's Salter, you say? So,
I actually thought it was Fahey,
yeah,
but I haven't seen the number yet.
They started making look okay. They started
spin around and show the crowd.
It just made it look a bit easy, wasn't it? Once they cracked that half-forward line. So now waiting. This time it's Dean Williams, the umpire, thrown it up again. The big fly, no one can get anywhere near it. It's the deck underneath. And now it's kicked out by a player falling back, and it's a free kick. Will go Mandurong Central's way, and it looks like Jesse Mitica in the centre.
Musica kicks the ball in board to a teammate there. Mark taken on that occasion by Clement. Ethan Clement looks for a man further afield. Up towards centre forward, 2-1-1. Leopold couldn't get the ball. A chance now to mop up there, Rowan Kerr.
Great
puts on a bit of hard work. The mark taken, and they have a man on the loose, and he's on the rip and tear on the outer flank. Up towards the half-forward line. Bit of a nudge there. The umpire would be a little bit lenient to let that one go.
Or blind.
We'll go the way of Mundajong Centrals.
Mate, if that was Stevie Wonder, there would have been a 50-minute penalty. Please.
So 30 points of difference.
Hey, there's only one comedian on this team, mate.
High looping kick up towards the half-back line, no mark taken. Centrals have a chance to get the ball clear. Kick off the ground, good work. Gets the ball clear, but that is dangerously sideways.
He's called it.
And push goes the field umpire with his right hand. Bangs out the free kick.
It was actually
and
a kick
will go
out
the
of
way
the air.
of Pinjarra.
It was a kick out of the air, Monty. You couldn't really control which way it went, and it went side on and straight out of bounds, and the umpire went 10-pin bowling.
Robert Bestwood has the kick.
Strike.
He's again underneath the scoreboard, brings Pinjarra Tigers towards the half-forward line. The big destroy from behind. Waiting down, though, was the Pinjarra player in Robert Bestwick, I think, and he's kicked it.
Over the fence on the
yeah,
ball.
tried to kick it to keep it in, but it's over the line and out of bounds for a free kick.
Yeah, I think he was aiming for the supporter tent there on the outer half-forward flank. Nice cool day out there.
Yeah, the lights are on.
And there's the siren just on 25 minutes in that quarter there. And at half-time, Pinjarra looking at the goods. They kicked 5 goals 3 in that quarter to 1 goal 1. And at the main break, they hold a 30-point lead, 8-4-52 to Central's 3-4-22. And to half-time, the leading goal scorers, or the goal scorers, for Pinjarra, Nathan Fahey with 2, and singles each for Hayden Ballantyne, Mitch Saddo, Robert Bird, Ty Salter, and also Brett Millwood. And we've got one we've got to find out there. We think that it might have been...
I think Salter's kicked
from
too.
Salter maybe.
Yeah.
And for Centrals, their 3 goal scorers, Jesse Musica, Clay Lawrence, and also Brett Hill. So Gary Bartholomew, so we've got 5 goals 3 to 1 goal 1.
Yeah.
Just showed the difference between the two sides in that quarter. How did Pinjarra get so far clear?
Well, I'm asking you. I'll come to you second this time. If we can now get to Barney, if you could just tell us where you saw the big opening happening in that second quarter, and then before I cross back to Derek, just tell us your better plays to half time, please, Barney.
Yeah, well, it hasn't changed much. The Pinjarra had just 70% control of the ball. Some of their really good players are coming to the fore. Their ball movement's terrific. They're not turning it over. They're not making mistakes. They're not playing a man back, so they're playing pretty freely there. But I don't think Brad Oldfield's playing a player back either. When I look over the ground at different points, there's no spare. He's just taken a man on man. And the problem with that with Penny is the talent that they have on that list, because this is the best side they've put out all year, I was told. And yeah, good players only need to touch it a couple of times. They're a pity you've got 8 or 9 great players playing very, very good football at the moment.
Yeah.
The vice captain Sharpie, Stephen Martin, number 30, is playing terrifically. Beswick across half-back. Hansen again, a bit quiet in that quarter, but followed up his good first quarter. They've got targets up front that are causing spillages in Millwood and Fahey and these blokes, so it's happening all over the ground for them. Even young Philpott, who hasn't actually been called yet, kid with the long hair at the back, playing some good footy. There's running support everywhere. At the moment, I mean, without being disrespectful to Centrals, they've just got it all over them at the moment, and if they're not careful, they'll just run away with this, Centrals. They've got to tighten up. Find something, find a spark, find a target at centre half forward, find a target at full forward, get some lead up, work off it, get your overlap, at what you talk about, Monty. Get something going. At the moment it's too stagnant. It's either from a clearance, right? It's either from a clearance and we go to the run of the body, which you're not in control of, you've got to grab it to pick it up. It's actual general play where they're falling down, where they're not going bang, 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 target. And then he either shoots for goal or he gives it off. It's too stagnant. Without being disrespectful to Centrals, that's what I see. It's too stagnant. And from Central's point of view, Musica again was strong in that quarter, mopping up across half-back in the wing area. Hill kicked the goal that kept him in it, which is terrific. I think Foster's first quarter was good. There's just too many players not involved as they should be.
Yep.
And Penny have a lot more that are engaged, and Centrals don't. So whether I'm right, wrong or indifferent, that's my thoughts.
That's fair enough. That's what I asked for, Derek.
What I've been saying is Pinjarra, they're obviously playing their natural game. And as you're saying, the man on man, it suits the way they're playing. They're playing the natural game. It's comfort factor. So, and they're not getting broken down. They're not having to go to a plan B. Whereas Mundajong Centrals, they get the ball in the middle, and they seem to be going for high air balls, trying to bomb it in towards the forward line under pressure. They're kicking over a pack in front of them, and they've got no control over who they're aiming at and how they're going to get it. They're not getting guys free up forward as a result, and it's some easy clearances away from defence, and as you said, the breakdown is just too easy. They haven't got that ball deep more than probably 4 times in that quarter within 20 a goal, and that's been rather painful for them. Whereas Pinjarra, a lot more desperation being shown, and they put that on the scoreboard with 5 goals. You know, guys are popping up, they're all doing it. Whereas you look at Centrals, you probably say Stubbs lifted up a bit in that quarter. Musica is there for the whole first half. The problem is you go down and then you got Stanley. Henley's failed out a bit because the ball wasn't down to him. McPhail was in there.
Yep.
So the number of guys who are doing the full first half job is a lot less than Pinjarra because the ball's not getting to their key blokes.
Yeah, we're about to take a half-time break, so of the league grand final here from Ruston Park, Pinjarra 8 goals for 52, lead by 30 points over Mundijong Central, 3 goals for 22. In the earlier grand finals today, in the women's, Pinjarra won that over Rockingham by 4 points. In the Colts, Hallshead won that over Rockingham by 41 points. And in the reserves, Rockingham beat South Mandurah by 2 points. We'll be back very shortly.
Here's up. got locked out there below. Sorry.
Yeah, you can go on anytime you want.
Okay, welcome back to the Peel Football and Netball League Grand Final from Ruston Park. We're about to start the second half. Players are out there, reserves are all walking off, and we've got a 30-point margin at half time with Pinjarra over Central's Mundajong. We've got Derek Mott in co-commentary, and our special comments man is Barney. And Barney, can you see Central's getting back in this second half?
Yes, I can. Of course, it's 2 halves to a game of footy, mate. So yes, I can. Someone needs to jump up and take it though.
Yeah.
Someone needs to put their hand up. Well, probably 4 or 5 of them need to put their hand up and say, "Well, hang on, we're not letting this go without a struggle."
Derek?
I think Centrals need to get the first 3 goals to get it back to within 2 goals, because the problem is if they get 2 goals and Pinjarra get 1, they've got to get 2 more to get back to where they were trying to get to. So a bit of trouble. We'll see how good Centrals are as Hill gets the first knockout of the quarter and Pinjarra get the first takeaway. So as normal service as we start the third quarter, players fighting over the ball. Pinjarra get the ball inside 50 now. Scrubby bounce. 2 players colliding there. Mundajong have the numbers at the fall of the ball, and away they go now through Stanley. And he'll kick with the right foot up towards the half-forward region. The ball nicely taken on that occasion by Bruno Faulkner. Country Week All-Star. Wheels on the right boot. Kicks towards centre half-forward. The target out there. And a beautiful mark taken on the lead. Flat chat. And straight onto the CFC logo on his chest. And the mark's been taken there by Kobe Foster.
No.
Looked impressive in that first quarter, but couldn't get on the scoreboard.
That did look like a side that wants to win a grand final.
Right, well, Foster's went out of fashion about 25, 30 years ago after Paul Hogan spruiked it to the Yanks. Let's say Foster's in fashion this quarter as he lines up. I'll take this, boys, for walking through 50 out of the centre square. Kobe Foster needs to kick the air out of this one directly in front. 45 out goes, bang. It's high, it's long. Will it stay? I think so. Umpire walks to the middle and says, "That's how big the fisheye court is. That's a goal." And Foster has done it for the Mundajong Centrals. Gets in a 4-4, 28. Pinjarra 8-4, 52. Sorry, a bit of Rexy there.
And Barney got the Blues out of the blue. He's got a goal for them. And we're 1.5 minutes into the third quarter. Thanks for that, Barney. I bet you're there, wrapped.
So
Anyway,
good work there, but yeah, they needed the first goal and they got that within the first 75 seconds of the quarter. Some very purposeful play, dominant play there, and yeah, they've just got to make sure that they're first to the ball, especially in the next few minutes. Hill goes up on his own. Hanson was admiring the view from ground level. Chance now for Musica to get in there. Pack converges. We'll see a ball up. 52 plays 28, but interesting there. Hanson decided to just stand down for that ruck contest.
Yeah, which is
acting
right.
as another ruck rover.
Totally agree, but he has been one of the better players out there today.
Musica crashed.
And you could probably pick probably 6 players at half time that could be vying for a best on ground award too, so it's been that close. The ball being thrown up once again, not far from the centre. Hill wins it again for Mundajong. Now it's picked up by Pinjarra, so danger looming again for Mundajong. But their captain has taken a mark. That's Brad McPhail at the right back pocket, and he'll send Mundajong forward towards the tennis court's end of the ground with this kick.
He nearly went cross goal, and that would have been a nightmare because there was a player lurking as Mundajong Centrals now have the numbers. They're going 2 by 2 up the wing, marching along. A good handball. They've got 3 on the cut there together. They're teaming up well. They've got to put on the scoreboard now. Good mark taken on the verge of half forward. He's got some players streaming down. There's some loose guys at centre half forward and half forward, but he hasn't seen he's going longer. The kick out in the lead. Chance. Mark. Good work taken there by Ryan Henley. And Chooka's got 1 behind on the board for the day. Looking to kick his first major.
I've got a goal for him.
We've got Musica, Lawrence, Hill and Foster for their 4.
Oh, Hill.
And a chance now for Henley. He's going to kick this from just inside 50. About 5 metres in from the boundary. Kicks it. Got a bit too much height on it. Big fly and a good mark taken in cover defence there by Jakob between full-back and centre-half-back. He moves quickly out towards the half-back line. And Pinjarra have the ball. They've got a loose man there further upfield in Clay Philpott. That wasn't the option in the end. Held up a bit. Now the numbers are there with the Centrals. They got men at the ball of the ball. Couldn't get the ball clear. Kick away by Kazakov. Rifles it up towards the half-forward region. Bit of a fight for the ball. Wait for the bounce. Works well from Munderjong. Play without the ball, maybe. The umpire says no. And kick there, well smothered off the kick from Jakob. Munderjong there showing a bit more desperation in this third quarter. Players fighting hard for the ball. Going over the top there was Fay. He couldn't get the ball. And the umpire crosses his arms like a vicar. And we're going to see a ball up. 52 plays 28.
If Munderjong follow the lead of their captain, he's playing out of his skin this quarter. Number 19, McPhail.
Let's see if you can get him another goal then.
Fantastic.
From that throw up, it comes out with a kick out of the defence for.
Should have tackled.
Great play that time by Lane Rasmussen. He gets it back into the 50-metre arc, but standing tall and strong there is Jackson Goodall. Takes the mark and kicks it across the ground, looking for a teammate. Finds him in Andre Contino. He sends it down towards the half-back flank, and it's turned back by Pinjarra. The ball in the hands now of Robert Bird, about 60 metres from goal.
Hanson had a call for it at centre half forward, decides to go longer instead. Bit of congestion there. The umpires played the mark to Munderjong Central. So, yeah, they seem to have the numbers around the ball in this quarter. Munderjong, there's more presence around the contest. So, let's see if they can keep it up towards the half-back line. Juggle, not taken. Crashing over the top now, chance for Pinjarra, and Millwood just hopped into that one nicely, thank you, and he'll have a shot from goal just inside 50 on a 40-degree angle.
Has he played static at full forward or in the forward line all season, Millwood?
Basically, yeah, they try and put him one out. He's very strong one-on-one, as you can see by his very, very strong physique.
Reads the play well too.
And he likes to sit on people's heads also, so he's like a pet parrot.
Okay. Yeah.
So Millwood comes in with the long sleeves and the number 20 on his back. Gives the old Kennedy staggers for us as he kicks from just outside 50. It's got a bit too much height on that one. It's not going to go through. Big fly in the goal square. Aerial ping pong it is there, and we see Munderjong Central with the number. Musica kicks the ball out wide looking for the player there in Gianatti, and he takes the mark. He's got options. Says no, go further down, Mr. Stanley, and I'll kick it to you. He's going to kick in that general direction. Pack flies. Hill couldn't get the mark. Has support there in Lawrence. Big tackle laid. No, he got the handball, said the umpire. Yakin bustled off the ball. It should have been a tackle almost there. Big tackle laid. Turnover coming.
Great tackle, Bruno Footy, sorry.
And there was a clip on the ear. There was a clip on the ear you'll find there. And Jordan Lynn gets a free kick just outside 50.
It was the second tackle. Bruno Footy got him around the waist.
One went round the waist, one went round the ear hole.
Yeah.
As we see Lynn, he's going to have a long bomb. He's going to go the long ranger. He decides to trick me and go a bit shorter. There's a man at the fall of the pack there, Ballantyne. He got wrapped up like a chocolate bar, and going to see the ball. No one's going to get that ball out. We're going to have a ball up, and we're going to let Gary Bartholomew get the clearance.
No, I'm handing over to Barney for a while. He seems to bring Central's better luck, mate.
Umpire's got the ball, throws it up about 30 metres out from the Pinjarra goal. There's a scrimmage, ball's up and about. No one can get a hold of it. He's going to say, give it to me, and throw it up.
Well, I don't know a lot of these. Half a metre.
I don't know a lot of these players' names.
It's like a barn dance out there without the music. We can't hear it.
I'm not going to guess at the names unless I know the guy. And
Well,
as he's paid a free kick here for a hold.
Enough. Let's clear the.
He's paid a free kick for a hold here, and that's okay. Who's coming up with the footy? It looks like is that Fahey.
No, we've got to wait till he turns. That is Fahey.
It is Fahey.
He's got two.
He's got the free kick. He's directly in front. He's about 20 metres out, directly in front. Should be a lay down there. Commentators curse as Fahey lines up deliberately.
Kids on the hill racing up to take the mark.
Always a highlight as Fahey walks in to give him a 5-goal lead. Fahey goes bang. Makes the umpire do a little bit of work, but he says, no, I'm happy with that. Thank you very much. Pinjarra go to 5-goal lead. I think it's 9-4-58. Central's 4-4-28. So all the hard work in the first 8 minutes has come to nothing.
Yeah, okay. Fahey with being the major goal kicker for the game so far. We've got David Jacob, the vice captain, coming off. I think he looks like he might be a bit sore and sorry at the moment. So let's hope he's okay. He's walking okay, but he just looks like he's nursing on his shoulder.
Bit of a,
He
give
might
him a
have
rub
winded.
and a rotation,
Yeah,
and get
probably.
him back out there. So 1 goal each in 9 minutes of football in this third quarter. With Pinjarra still holding a 30-point ascendancy as the ball gets thrown up. Big fly there by Hill, couldn't get the ball away. And he's going to hatch that ball. And we're going to see a secondary ball up about 1 metre from where the first one was.
Hill and Michael Hanson have been very entertaining today.
Very good duel between them. They got equal number on that ball. Now a chance for Pinjarra from the
great
quarterback.
hands.
Get the ball up towards the half-forward line. One-on-one contest and well weighted. He waited for the right time to go for the ball. And the mark is taken by Ty Salter. 2 goals to his name. Kicks the ball up towards the pocket. Desperate attempt there on that occasion by Faye to reel in the mark. Couldn't do so. The boundary umpire and the boundary line were both in his way. 9-4 plays 4-4.
And a chance for
Nearly 10
Pinjarra.
minutes gone in this third quarter.
Yeah, Pinjarra a chance in their forward line now, kicking towards the Mandurah Forum Shopping Centre end. Oh, good to handball that time by Jessica for Mundijong, but unfortunately it goes rebound back behind him as Pinjarra are relentless in attack at the moment, and a good tackle from behind as well by Ty Salter may have earned a free kick, but he's taken the opposition player in Jackson Goodall over the line, and the umpire said, "I'll throw it up," I think, not throw it in. So he definitely took the player out. Oh no, it's thrown it in. Yeah.
He's going to throw it up.
No, he is
he's
throwing
gonna
it
throw
up. Sorry, he balked me. Okay, so we're doing the ruck work this time with Matthew Leopold for Mundijong. A free kick again, maybe? No. The Pinjarra Tiger fans want it.
That's
but
the
it's
sort of
not gonna
tackle you
happen.
give when you don't want your opponent to get back up.
Yeah. Right, so we're ball thrown up again. Still in the 50-metre arc
They are
for
ferocious.
Pinjarra. They want to open this game up even further. Desperate stuff by the defenders of Mundijong Centrals. Right on the 50-metre line,
Yeah.
near the boundary line, there's a free kick. And it's going to go to Pinjarra player, Lane Rasmussen, who handballs quickly. Now it goes towards the right forward pocket. I thought maybe another free kick may have been given to Golden Black. The umpire doesn't agree. He'll come in and throw it up about 15 metres from goal.
I think you'll both agree, Moddy and Gary, the tempo has lifted just a
Yes.
touch in this third quarter.
Yeah, it's definitely
Both-
desperation
Both
now.
sides seem...
There'll be a lot of Mercura Chrome coming out at the end of this game as we see Pinjarra trying to get that 10th goal on the board any way they can. Two are going to wrestle over the ball now, but Mundijong had the chance. They're really making heavy work of this. The Blues, a big crunch on the blue defender there. We're going to play a bit of football here. At last, we finally get the ball clear. Big tackle, ladies. Too long with it. He is nailed. Just a little bit too much with it. He was happy. We finally see the ball out in the open. He forgot to get rid of it.
He's damned if he does, he's damned if he doesn't, because take the game on, son, good. In doing that, the second tackle got him for holding the ball.
Ball comes up to Lane Rasmussen from the resultant free kick. He's on the wing. And you can just see the little bit of the roar and the tiger going on here. They're looking the goods.
There should have been a punch
Short
away.
hit for Jakub. Yes, and Coutinho just content to wander behind in that one. Didn't get the punch in. Big fly, no mark.
Trouble.
Chance now for Millward. Wheels on the left. Has a shot at goal, but it's off to the right-hand side. 31 points the difference now. 9-5-59 Pinjarra. Central's 4-4-28. And we've gone 12 and 3/4 minutes in the third quarter.
Okay, Centrals have the ball and will kick out from full back. Not sure of the player who's got it. I'll do my best with names, folks, but just flat out calling it, to be honest. Kicks a floater out towards the halfback flank, and there's the Moose, Dean Beswick. Pinjarra captain takes a strong mark in front. Been good all day, Moose. Directs traffic down back, leads from the front, going for his 5th premiership today. Centres it to true centre half forward. Up they go.
Oh.
Actually, an easy mark. Is that Millwood? Who is it? Who is it, boys?
I'll tell you what, if
There's
it is
two of them
Millwood,
on
it'd be
sleeves.
waiting for one of the best on the ground.
It's not Millwood.
No.
28.
I don't
Is
know.
Nixon
Nixon
Purser.
Purser.
Purser,
Okay.
yep.
Apologies to Nixon Purser's family. Apologies to Millwood.
You don't usually see two long sleeve jumpers in the same team, though.
These eyes, I've got to get these eyes fixed, I think.
That's the luck of the ball game. As long as
So,
you
Nixon Purser, he's basically directly in front. He is 30 metres out, 35 at a scratch, walks in high high,
Doesn't like
off
it.
to the left,
Oh
looking
my
to
goodness.
float out. Looks like it's out of bounds on the full. Free kick to Central's Mundajong. Back to you, Motty.
He kicked as straight as you, Barney, on that occasion.
Did better than I would as we see the ball come out. Free kick. Oh, he's picked out the only man loose for about 10 metres. It was the Pinjarra player, not a Mundajong player. Kick up towards the goal square, 2 to raffle it off. Big fly, beats the lot, goes over the pack. It's a foot race towards the boundary line. Blues had the ball. Big tackle laid. I think it'd be rather rough to call that one holding the ball. And the ball goes over the line and out of bounds.
No.
45 from goal, Brad McPhail.
Yes.
The one who was able to sample a bit of soil.
And
on
has
that
been caught on
occasion.
many times in defence across halfback, especially Bradman McPhail, the skipper. Now from the ruck tap, it's won beautifully by Matthew Leopold. Can Mundajong go forward with this?
And
Player
then the
on the
next few.
ground is Michael Somerville, and he's now been told the umpire will throw it up again.
Okay, in the ruck there is the big Pumba. So the ball comes out to, it looks like, who was that? Not
Bird.
sure, Smother.
Bird.
Back with Centrals. Pumba again, just throws it on the boot. Kicks to half forward. In the race for it looks like Beswick again with Hill.
Hill.
There's a push. Umpire lets it go. It's in the side, son. Hill launches from 50. I think he's kicked that.
Yeah.
He has kicked that all right. He's gone bang. And he's kept Centrals in the game. Big Hilly went whack from just outside 50 with an aid of a push / shepherd. And Mundajong go to 5-4-34. Pinjarra 9-5-59. And I just wanted to chuck this in. I didn't get it in before the game. Toby Giannetti from Centrals has played about 60 odd waffle games, won 3 best and fairest for Centrals. He's playing his 150th game today. So well done to
Fantastic.
Well done,
Uncle
G.
Toby Giannetti, or Henry as they call him. Over to you guys.
I've just got a text from I think the Mundajong Football Club. They want you to keep calling it because you're getting them goals.
You're
at the
getting them
moment.
goals.
Oh,
That's it,
right.
please.
I just don't know half their names. That's a problem.
So Centrals really need to get the next 2 as well to keep themselves in the contest. The ball comes up towards centre half forward for the Tigers. Ball spills free. A lot of pressure going on here. If that ball goes free, there was a run past a Robert Bird there. It was actually Jakob for an opportunity
Well, for the Blues,
Free
at
kicks
least
down
it's
the
going
way.
the right way.
of the Blues. Oh, this is dangerous. No, well placed. Millwood has to stand the mark. Sun's come out whilst the lights are in full
Yeah.
flash up towards the wing position, but
over again.
very bad work there, and Jakob with the mark there.
Skill errors again. Skill errors.
Just not finding their targets. There's a ball now. Goes back inside 50 once again. Big fly! No mark taken. Has the support. Ball's inching its way towards the boundary line. So it's a scrum of legs, and the umpire, Omade, decides that's enough of that. We'll have a ball up. Pinjarra, 9-5-59. Central 5-4-34, with 3 minutes away from time on in this third quarter.
And for 17 minutes of this quarter, most of the play has been at the Mandurah Forum shopping end, which is the way the Pinjarra side are kicking. They've got it now across half forward.
Excellent.
Great smother off the boot, that time by Andre Contino. Ball set to centre.
Oh!
Big
It
fly.
was a Jesselinko, your beauty, and the umpire said touched.
Wow!
Great
You
work
explain
there.
that one.
I think that was
He was
Coutinho.
higher than Joe Cocker. He went bang, and they said, "No, you don't, son."
The
It was
Blues in the
touched.
crowd down below.
What
They're
entertainment!
not happy.
There's holding the ball up. He
They
agrees.
get their kick anyway, but not the highlight kick they wanted.
Yeah, and let me tell you, there's a free kick for Pinjarra. This will just open up the game even more, double the score with this kick if it's straight. And the recipient of the kick,
No theatre, these umpires. Oh, what's a touch ball between friends? But it's a great fly, but yeah,
You
great
been
work by
watching too much
Coutinho
TV,
to solve that one, to save that one.
yeah, now that's a goal. I've just got to see who kicked it. He's now
Little
being
young fella at the front.
congratulated. It's number 19 or 18, is it?
19B.
Matty B.
Yeah, okay.
And they might say that's a beautiful goal down at Tigerland. A good effort there. 10-5-65. Central's 5-4-34. and we are on the verge of time on.
3 points with 2.5.
Yeah, it's going to be a good side to get up from here, I can tell you, at three-quarter time. All the run this quarter, except for the twice when Central's got it down their end and did score goals, they haven't looked likely.
1 to 2 goals for this quarter. Mundijong Central's with a few goals, but they needed to roll the goals, and it's really not. Now they've got to double their score in quick time to get back in contention. Paddled out on that occasion. Player ducks ahead. Umpire lets the ball go. The ball is looks like it's a cake of soap the way they're handling it, but it is a dry day. Chance now a handball over the top there on that occasion. Bruno Faulkner has a man there in Clement. Gets a kick towards the half-forward area. Man up on his own. Pomponio couldn't hold the mark. Now a chance for the Tigers to mop up and clear it away. They're doing it with relative ease. They've got the man on the overlap. They can't get the ball to him. Umpire calls play on, just hoofed along the ground up towards the forward line. Chance now for the Blues. They've got 2 men there. Oh, it's a beautifully weighted kick. Umpire calls play on. A snapshot from 40 out directly in front towards the goal square. No one can hold the ball. Who's going to stand up the longest to get the ball? The umpire says, the boundary umpire says, I win. I'll throw in. And we'll see a throw in next to the behind post for Mundijong Centrals. They trail 5-4-34. Pinjarra 10-5-65. Time on is about to tick over.
But a chance for now the Mundijong side to score from this throw-in if they're good enough. This time it's one down by Michael Hansen of Pinjarra. A tackle, a high tackle, and a free kick will go to Pinjarra player.
You'll find it's going to be Cruz Wilson, I think.
Okay, Cruz Wilson.
No, it's not.
You don't think so now?
I changed my mind.
Okay, anyway, the pass goes a chip pass to a teammate. So now breaking up across centre half-back, Riley Vidovic, he's done some good things. So is this guy that's marked at Michael Hansen, close to best on ground in my opinion, as he gets the ball across to the half-back flank. 4 Pinjarra on the member side. The kick's on the right wing now. 4 or 5 players on top of each other are over the ball, and the umpire will come in and throw it up. That's Dean Williams. So we're 21 minutes almost into the third quarter. 65 for Pinjarra on the scoreboard. Centrals are 34.
Umpire throws it up on the wing. Hansen versus Big Pumba Leopold. Ball comes loose. Bruno Faulkner with a footy. Umpire's called a high one. Back to Pinjarra. Just a comment on players we might miss with the names.
Ball, little shenanigans between
fair enough.
Between Zato and Stubbs.
Young Philpott's had it a few times but hasn't been called. We apologise if they're not being called. We're doing our best.
Sneaky possession.
Rowan Kerr.
He just walked into a mark there.
Looking for his third premiership. Kerr with Pinjarra. He puts it high and long towards the half-forward flank. One man up. Easy grab. McPhail again. Probably Central's best.
Yep.
There's a little bit going on. Crowd getting involved. Everyone's had a bit of juice. There's a bit of friendly banter going on. 2-on-1 here. Man in front. Good mark. Is that Foster?
It's got to be taken.
Is that Foster? It is. Foster hands it off to Coutinho. He chips across the half-forward line and finds number 18 for Centrals, who is
Toby Giannatti.
Toby Giannatti. One of the players I do know. I didn't call him. Toby Giannatti puts it to left half-forward. And another good mark. He's going to play on quickly and go bang. That looks like Henley. Long ball for a goal to Henley. And the man with the surname Henley, as in Henley Brook, has kicked a long goal for Mundijong. Kept him in the game. 6-4-40, 10-5-65. Moddy.
Centrals cannot let Pinjarra get away and get the last goal of the quarter. What they would really love to do is get the next one as well.
Absolutely.
Just to reel it in around under 20 points.
Absolutely.
And just go in with a momentum in the three-quarter time.
We saw it in the reserves.
Goals.
We saw the same thing in reserves, didn't we? And also the women's today.
I fucking hate Sydney.
The team that trailed at three-quarter time came up and won the game.
Barney hates Sydney, by the way. As we said,
what was that, sorry?
Barney hates Sydney. We just found out in the background as the ball comes back into play.
Barney just got
Gill gets a big knockout up towards Stubbs in the centre forward region. Couldn't get the mark or the ball. And well spilled out there. Chance for Musica. Big effort. It's a mark! Timely. They desperately needed this one.
Well, I tell you what, I'd like to see that on slow motion. He got a bit of a shove whether he was posing
A
in
little
the front.
bit of dancing around near the
well,
goal
it
square,
doesn't
but
matter.
Henley,
The umpires of the Boston, Henley might kick two in
Henley
the
will be aiming to kick that ball over the back of the home buyer centre sign, that red one at the back. You want to bang that right in the middle.
There we are.
Has the shot a goal.
Well, that's handy. That's handy for this grand final. It gets a wee bit closer, and 5 minutes to go. It didn't look like ever been this. 65 to Pinjarra now, 46 to Centrals. And what do you think from here, Barney?
They've got a quarter to go and about a minute until the siren goes here. They've given themselves a chance, but that's the problem with catch-up footy. You peg back 2 or 3 and then Penny hits you
And
with
then
one.
you've got to get another 2
You're
or
in
3
trouble
in
again.
front.
But can they do it? Of course they can. They're 2 even sides.
Let's make it interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see Centrals kick a goal.
Well, they've got
another one leading into the end of the quarter. That would be very interesting as we see Hill and Hanson up for the battle there. Hill got the knockout, but once again, Pinjarra getting the ball away up towards the forward line. Rebound goes the way of Centrals as Clement and McPhail combine.
He's going to call it.
And the umpire's going to call a throw in there. He's being a little bit generous there.
I thought he was going 10-pin bowling again.
65 metres from goals, the Pinjarra goal this time. Going towards the shopping centre end. Let's see in the basking in sun from this throw-in.
See if they can get a bargain goal on special.
The big fly by Hill for Mundijong. Punches it 30 or 40 metres down the track. Thank you very much. That's really opened up a race for the ball, but the ball beats all runners after it and out of bounds. Under the scoreboard showing 10-5, 65 Pinjarra, Centrals 7-4, 46 with the 26-minute mark of the third quarter and the siren at 3/4 time. So that's the score. The goal kickers for Pinjarra. We've got 3 to Nathan Flay, 2 to Ty Salter, and 1 each to Mitch Zaddo, Hayden Ballantyne, Robert Bird, Matthew B and Brett Millward. For Mundijong Centrals, we've got 3 to Ryan Henley, 2 to Brett Hill, and 1 to Jessica Mizica, and 1 to Kobe Foster. Now we'll move to Derek Mott first and let us know what that quarter presented like in his mind, and also his better players for both sides before we go back to Barney for his.
Now, sure, if I ask Barney who outscored who in that quarter, you probably look by the play alone that Pinjarra would have kicked at least a couple of goals more than the Centrals. So. In the end, Centrals kicked 4 straight goals to 2-1.
Yep.
So they've made an advantage on the scoreboard.
Yep.
They've got 9 or 10 points back in. They've got their margin down to 19 points. Now this is where the momentum comes in. You get the first goal for the last quarter, it's now 2 goals. Pinjarra start putting the pressure on.
Yep.
We talked about game plan A and game plan B in the second quarter. That's when they've got to switch to the uncomfortable level of game plan B. So this is where Centrals have to be switched on the first 10 minutes at least to try and gain some more inroads in that. They're going to this more, the end that seems to be scoring more over the course of the day. So they've just got to get that first goal or 2 and make a real panic for Pinjarra that they've really got to work themselves into the contest and keep their lead. In that quarter we saw Musica. Stubbs came to the fore. Coutinho did a few things there. Stanley probably lesser so in there, but he had a bit of an influence. Henley up forward. We're waiting on him to do something. 2 goals in that quarter. McPhail like a rock. He's done some great work there. Foster still providing an influence there. Just the one behind though. No, couple of goals there probably cap off his day if he has a big last quarter. And Brett Hill, he and McPhail have really carried the side throughout the first 3 quarters, and maybe some of the other guys, the side show players in the side, lift that notch up, join with them and make it a tough last quarter. But no, Pinjarra, a few guys have slipped back a bit. Faye's done well, Jakob in there. We saw Vidovic come in and out. Millwood, he's providing that presence. He's got to be kept down in that last quarter. McPhail's just got to wind him down, stop the influence from him, and that'll give him a chance to rebound out. But all in all, Centrals have shown me something, and I wanted to see that. And the end result will be, if they can get the momentum and keep it carried into the early stage of the last quarter, we're going to see a team frightened against a team with a surge, and that is what we're going to see. We should be able to see a nice tight last quarter.
Barney?
From a Mundajong point of view, the captain led the way from the start of that quarter, McPhail. To me, he just set the standard. So they've followed him. They've kicked the 4 goals. Musica's been good all day. Not brilliant, but just good. Hence the scoreboard, you know. Coutinho did get a bit more involved. Giannatti came into the game. He's playing his 150th game today. They all started to get involved. Henley and Foster up forward are looking like likely options. The problem they've got is they're 19 points down. They've given them the start. They're 19 points down. This Pinjarra side is chock full of champions. Are they tired? Are they ready to go the distance? It's the first time they've had the full strength side in for the year, and they're very they're sort of very excited about what they can do in this last quarter, I suppose. But they've let them back in again. They could have they could have slammed the door shut in the game. They haven't, and they're a momentum side, Central. So if Central's kicked the first goal or two, she's on like Donkey Kong, as they say, and it's just going to be really good. I've never loved catch-up footy. Everyone loves a good comeback. There's so many good players on the Pinjarra side. If even a couple of them do something good this quarter, 1, 2 or 3 of them do something good this quarter that result in goals, thank you very much. Thanks for coming. It's all over. But can they do it? Yes. Will they do it? We don't know. This is why I call it a draw.
It's probably the wrong time to say this, but on my memory in the first half, Mundajong Centrals gave away 3 free kicks, undisciplined free kicks, which ended up in 3 goals, and that's now the margin here at half time.
We've got a bit of a problem here.
What's
You
going
guys want to
on?
get off the ground. We've got security guards. He wants to bounce the ball.
They're securing the 2 bits of rubbish on the 2 bits of paper on the ground. They're dangerous pieces of paper.
Oh, okay.
But we got
We've seen it all. So we're about to start. Back to Derek Mott.
So umpire Amade blows the whistle and he's going to start this final quarter for season 2022 in the Peel Football Netball League. A big kick off the ground up towards the forward zone for Pinjarra. Intercept on that occasion there by Bruno Faulkner. Brought down the ground and we'll see a ball up.
Faulkner, as you've already said, made the league All-Stars at Country Week this year, and the only Peel player
Gill, a
in
big
this
punch.
game.
It's only gone as far as Zaddo. Zaddo kicks the ball inside 50 to a pack. Ball bounces free. Central's had the numbers there, but it wouldn't keep for their possession. Ball spits out loose in the Millwood direction. He has to wheel around. He's got no room left. He kicks the ball somehow. Shot towards goal. It's somehow still in play. And if I was a Mundajong player, force it through, and in the end it does spit over the line for a behind, and Pinjarra 10-5-65, 10-6-66 I should say, leading Central 7-4-46, and we played just under a minute.
Millward, another one vying for one of the best players on the ground. He's very clever.
Jeez, I don't know if you meant that.
You don't think?
No, I wasn't sure he meant that.
Needs a bit
Okay.
more.
The umpires have never agreed with me anyway, so it's no problem. The
Foster.
ball has now found itself on the members' side and out of bounds on the wing, so there'll be a throw-in while Barney and I were at it.
Oh, I was talking about the play. Sorry, Gary. I think you've misread it.
Oh,
The play
okay,
coming out of
okay.
full back. I didn't think the player meant to hit the guy on the chest.
Okay. Right, so the big punch this time, but it finds a Mitch Zadal for Pinjarra, who sends it very high. Couple of players there fly for it, no one can mark. Now brought out from the defence. The kicker was Jordan Jennings, one of the vice captains, but has gone out of bounds. It's brought back in, this time by Robert Bird, and he's found a teammate in Rowan Kerr that
Kerr
marks.
goes inboard, looking for a target, finds it. Now it looks like it might be Faye, a little bit too far out to score, one would assume. So he's gone centre half forward looking for a target. Couldn't hold the mark, a chance of a Ballantyne at ground level. He's under pursuit there from Taylor, heading towards the boundary line. The boundary line wins, and we'll see a throw in.
It's
66
at the wrong
to
end of
46.
the ground. If you're a Mundajong Central supporter, it's at the Pinjarra end, the tennis courts end of Ruston Park. From this throw-in, 20 metres around from the right hand behind post, can the Blues get it out of there and get it up their end to score? The big punch comes down, kicking out of defence, Jackson Goodall, but underneath it, as you probably heard the R's and the all, is a Pinjarra forward.
Just try to clear it away. He didn't aim for a face, he just aimed for a space, and the wrong man was nearby.
In retrospect, probably could have gone towards the boundary line, made it a harder angle. but now we've got Mitch Zaddo having a shot from a 45 metres out in
one.
the corridor.
Got one already today.
Yes, let's see, he is a Colt. Can he reach?
A Colt, not with the bolts.
He failed to reach one shot at goals, and that one certainly reached, but was off target. So well done to him anyway. 10-7, Pinjarra 67, Central's a 7-4, 46.
Central's now with a kick from fullback. He comes out wide into the members' side, out to the halfback flank. They fly. Is it a mark? No. Juggle. Umpire says play on. It's not going anywhere. Just give it to me, and I'm going to throw it up. So there's 22 minutes, just under 22 minutes for Centrals to fight back in this game. They are down by 21 points. Umpire throws it up. Hansen against Pumba. Ball's at scrimmage again. Through comes Bruno Faulkner with a kick. Kicks to a contest. Laid over the top is Centrals. Umpire calls play on. Giannotti is it? Cops one high. He didn't see it.
Ducked his head.
Ducked his head. Thank you very much. Umpire says give it to me. And he'll ball it up on almost central wing.
He chose to go low, and that was his decision, and he's got to live by it.
That was Giannotti, was it?
Yep.
Yep, Giannotti. Umpire throws in the air again. It's big boy Hansen against Pumba. Hansen gets a tap, but Centrals grab it. Pumba along the ground with a scruffy suicide kick. What's the umpire going to call there? He's going to let it play. Very, very, very good call by the umpire. Yep. Fantastic. That's how it should be. Guy's got his head down over the footy. You're going to get taken high sometimes, as long as you don't get hurt.
The Pinjarra player wheeled back. He held back too. He didn't want to crash into him, and he did the right thing. So I'm happy with that.
Pumba and Hansen again. Again, Hansen over the top. Pumba trying really hard on the left. A scrubby kick. Umpire says play on. Hit towards the boundary line. Chasing after is that Foster again. Cops one in the back possibly.
Ooh.
No. Umpire calls play on. Ball comes out to Zach McGuell. A smothered kick. Ball's near the boundary line. Is it going to go over? Young boy kicks it off the ground again. It's a bit scruffy. Clearing kick from Pinjarra to half back. Up they go. Pumba again with Hansen. There's Philpott. Who's that with the ball tackle? Is that Bird?
Yep.
That's the Birdman.
He's been flipped.
The Birdman has been clipped. And there's a great tackle there by Zach McGuell, it looks like.
Yeah,
Zach McGuell.
Miguel.
He launches one inside 50. The big men fly. Foster again, punched away. Pinjarra get the crumbs. Lovely little pass out, I think, by Kerr. I think by Kerr, and he runs on. Playing a great game, Rowan Kerr. And that's Birdie again, little Bird man. Kicks to the centre. Now they got a man out across the middle. Who is that?
Millwood.
Millwood. Chips a little ball up.
Purser.
It might be Nixon Purser. That's Millwood. Millwood with the bouncing ball. Gets a shove. Both players roll up. He's called in the back. Millwood milked that beautifully. He's got the ball at about 52. Thinks he's got the measure in the legs. Over to you, Motti.
Out of side. Yep. I think Nixon Person needs to put the sleeves up to halfway. Just make it easier.
Oh, we need to go to OPSM. One of the two, mate.
Starting to get dark. Millwood. He's going to kick this from almost 60. Once boot hits ball. He's backing himself. Big kick. He's put a lot into it. It's not going to quite reach. Big fly in the square. No mark taken. Ball spills free. Is that off a Pinjarra boot? No, it's not. It's over the line through for a behind. Pinjarra 10-8, 68. Central 7-4, 46. A margin 22 points. 6.5 minutes gone.
All the
in the
players
final quarter
on
of
the
this
ground.
season.
Sorry, yeah, Derek. All the players on the ground in that fly for the ball were gold and black.
Yes.
What's wrong with crumbing it? The ball will probably be destroyed in a pack that big. Anyway, Central's now brought it to centre half. Half back flank on the member's side. Gathered by Pinjarra's Coxon, who gets it up into the 50-metre arc.
Coxon was wearing a black and white hoop shirt. He stole that ball out of his opponent's hand and he delivered that beautifully. He may have well just helped deliver a premiership if this one goes through, because that first goal is going to be crucial.
I think I played competitive pool with this man's father. I think it's Philpott.
Yeah.
He's kicking for goals on the wing.
Good mark down there by Mundajong player in Andre Cortino, I think it is. Yes, it is. He's marked it in the left back pocket. Saved the day. Can they get it down now, Mundajong, and score? They need them very quickly. We're at the 7.5 minute mark of the final quarter, 68 to 46 on the scoreboard. Ball brought to 60 metres from goal for Pinjarra. Kick into the forward line. The centre half forward is marked by Michael Somerville.
Yeah, the goalkeeper full stretch to get that one. He's found the target further afield in Clement. That's not a mark. The umpire said it was on the half volley. Play on to call. Kick up towards the wing position. Stanley is in the best position. He takes the mark just in front of the interchange boxes.
Good second half. Good second half.
He's had a very good second half. The flashy orange boots kicks the ball up towards Leopold in the middle. He's a handy cricketer too. He wants to bowl over Pinjarra with a good final quarter. He's found a target on the opposite wing and he can show some toe. He's got about 30 metres to work with. Decides to chip for a target on half forward and the mark is taken. They've got to work. There's overlaps in the goal square. There's Somerville at the back on his own if it beats all comers. Big and there's a mark taken on that occasion. Foster says, I'll give you the don't argue whilst you're at it.
He's a bit lucky.
Yeah, we've seen reversals for worse than that or less than that. But Foster has his chance to get his first goal on the board. He kicked one behind today, Kobe Foster, and he'll be about 25 metres out on a 45-degree angle on the outer side.
They really need this. They really need this money.
Probably the most important kick he'll have for a while.
Foster's been brewing up all day for a goal. He's been the presence up the out forward today. He's going to have a shot at goal.
Got it.
Crack that one open. There's a goal. Centrals move on 8-4-52. They're within 16 points now, Pinjarra. 10-8-68 on the scoreboard, which now just ticks over to the 9.5-minute mark. Centrals need the next one though. They can't let Pinjarra steal the ball and keep it up there. They've got to get it down their end and make use of it.
I suggest
follow that act. All yours, Gary.
I think they need the next three. They'll have a pennant if they do, but at least it's clawing its way back. Are the Blues. So it's getting exciting. As I said, we've already seen 2 grand final finishes like this at Ruston Park today. Can this be another one? If good enough, it can happen. So now we're back in the centre with Dean Williams, umpire, throwing the ball up. Hill wins a big knock, but as it hits the ground, 3 or 4 players around it, there'll be another throw-in. A throw-up, sorry. As
still a free kick here.
Actually, has he had one hand up?
He did.
No, he's just saying clear a path.
That's weird. That stuff. Yep.
So Hill and Hanson at it again. Great ruck work today by both teams. Soccer towards the forward line. Now it's into the 50-metre arc for Mundijong Centrals. They need to see if they can get either a free kick or a free pass out to one of the navy and white jumpers, and they might be able to score a goal from
Whilst it's scrambled, they're just going to make sure it gets closer to their goal, not further away.
Need an avalanche going forward. This could be the avalanche. Michael Somerville gets it, has a shot towards goals, but the ball's destroyed over the line for a behind, and there'll be a kick in. So that was a chance gone begging.
This ball has been very, very nasty to the footballers today. It's gone in very weird. We know it's an oval ball, but it's been doing some crazy things out there, that yellow burley.
10-8-68, Pinjarra. Centrals 8-5-53. Closest. Centrals are in 2 quarters. There's a turnover. Henley. Bork runs past. Hands to Carino. He'll snap. Top of the goal square. Spoiled away by Penny. Tackled by Centrals. Great work. Great pressuring work. Looks like Rowan Kerr in the back pocket, is it? It looks like Kerr. Clearing kick. That's an absolute beautiful kick. No interference in the marking contest. Umpires put the whistle away a little bit here, I think. Ball comes out to the wing and right on central wing, goes over the line out of bounds for a throw in. The level of urgency has lifted. Central's workload have lifted.
I think there might have been a touch ball in there. That's why Henley and Catino were very quick there on the mark. Catino might have had a touch ball. That's why it was a rush job.
And then the poor old runner falls over and no one knows why he fell over, and they cheer. So have another beer, guys.
They just like entertainment, mate. Like these 2 bits of paper in front of us.
Fighting away with each other as Pinjarra now get the ball up towards their half-forward line. Big fly, no mark. No one down at acceptances either. Mundijong Centrals had the best opportunity. They've got a big diving effort. Beautiful. Masika will have a headache after that one. He's got a chance now.
Bruno.
Up towards Bruno. Bruno went without it. He spent the money before it's in his pocket. He could be in trouble.
He backed into that. He should have pushed it out. He had a player assisting, and he's lucky to not have given
crowd
it
are nice and boisterous down below.
Bruno footy
But there's nothing wrong with that. Pinjarra couldn't get the knockout away. Who's got the ball? There's a Blues trying to fight through. They're intercepted. Now a chance for Stanley. He's trying to barge through the pack.
Put the
There's a bull bar on the front to get through that pack. A kick up towards the wing, big fly, no mark taken. Everyone's going without it. In there,
that's
trying to
high,
work
that's
hard.
high.
Stubbs got one
that
to the
here.
bonce there. Yeah, we got the headache. We got his headache for him. And Stubbs will get the free kick right on centre wing.
Monty, question. I have a question.
Yes.
Why is it when it gets to this part of the game in the last 15 minutes where the rules still haven't changed, right?
Well, they
that
should.
they say we put the whistles away and we don't play the free kicks. It's an absolute mystery to me. It has been for 40 years.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, let's see what happens now. Stubbs has gone with a big kick up towards a pack. No mark taken. Trying to get through them. That occasion, Lawrence dropped the ball as he got tackled. Punched out of nowhere. Chance there for Henley. Kicks the ball out towards a pack. He marked it onto his leg and spilled free. He's got the chance again. Leopold. He's under the hammer. Handballs away. Coutinho. In towards a teammate there in Stubbs.
Right tackling.
It's furious stuff here at
Oh,
Western Park.
fantastic base
Pinjarra
drive.
10-8-68. Central's 8-5-53. We're halfway through this final quarter
Great
of the
calling,
2022 season.
Really good call, mate.
From another throw up, the big punch out of the congestion now. It goes to Nixon Purser for Pinjarra. There's 1-on-1 in the arc, and Pinjarra have marked just 15 metres from goals, right in the corridor. I'll recognise the player soon. He has kicked a goal, this guy. Yeah, what's his name?
Is it Fahey?
Is it Matthew B, is it?
Fahey.
Oh, Fahey is
mate.
again. Well, he's been superb. He's kicked 3 so far and should be able to kick straight and win a premiership with this kick. We're 14 and a half minutes into the last quarter. The margin's 68-53, and I think it will be out of touch for Mundajong Centrals with this kick. So in comes Fahey, kicking towards the swimming pool's end of Ruston Park. He's got the distance, but not the accuracy. So he's opened the door a little bit more for Mundajong to get back into it.
Gary. There's a large lady at the door, mate. She wants to come in, but I don't think we can let her in yet. Okay,
Yeah, okay, not
All
yet.
right.
She's going to have another pikelet or two.
Hey,
She's
going to sing for us. She's going to sing.
At the ball at the half back line, big fly there, knocking the ball over the line out of bounds. We're competing with a rock concert underneath us, are we?
That's what I was going to say.
A
The
bit of
same
music
thing.
going on.
Yep.
And wait for the ball to come back into play. 5 minutes before time on, ticks over here.
Nixon Purser's just come off and he is stuffed.
16
He's
points of
worked
difference.
hard.
Knockout taken on that occasion there by Kazakov in support in the ruck. Mundajong have the numbers around the ball. Can they get it away and clear? And umpire Amadeus circles like a cattle dog, says blow with that whistle. We'll have a ball up 10-9. Plays 8-5. Pinjarra lead Centrals.
Ball up at half back here, Gary, and it's again Pumba, and who was that? I couldn't pick up that player. The ball's kicked forward quickly towards the goal square. Millwood again, ball bounces free over the back for another behind. 10-10-7, he plays 8-5-53. Take it away, Gary.
Yeah, what Mundajong don't want is down that end
still
anymore.
possession.
For the rest of the game, they've just got to get it up that end and try to score. So now the ball being kicked out by Captain Brad McPhail. He goes out a beautiful long kick to the left wing. I thought the
hands.
ball was marked. The
Three
umpire
hands
said
on
it
it.
was touched. Fair enough. There was a man in front of the marker. Now it's picked up by Pinjarra. Danger looming once again. The mark is taken by Ty Salter. Just 55 metres in the corridor, he goes for a short chip kick and finds his teammate in Robert Bestwick, who plays on very quickly. Oh, good lead! Great pass! And this should put this game, this grand final, this flag to rest with a kick from number 20, Brett Millward, who has only kicked the 1 goal, the leading goal kicker for the season, but this is probably his most important kick.
Just a little bit lazy. The Blues defenders 3 in a row where their man was just a little bit too far away and they couldn't affect the contest.
I think they're all running out of pup at the moment. It's been absorbing affair for both teams, which grand finals should be. So let's see if Millwall can kick. It won't be a goal. So again, that's 3 behinds in a row.
5 behinds for the quarter.
I think they're
1-1.
teasing. 10 goals, 10-70. 8 goals, 5-53. Cannot see Central's getting back into this now. I think they've just time an element now.
Not yet. There's still 8 minutes. It's only
Hold
3
your
goals.
horses.
8 minutes, the old Lee Matthews rule. More minutes than goals, they can do it.
Okay.
Oh,
Hold the ball up.
bit of a hurdle off the ball.
Never mind.
The umpire's going to call the
They're
ball
not
up.
Hawthorn though, mate.
I've got to say though, can I just say before this ends shortly in 10-15 minutes, the umpiring, I think, I haven't really noticed them. I think it's been terrific.
Superb.
To say
Big
so.
punch from the ruck contest.
They're obviously your
Centrals
best
to their
player.
effect there. Coutinho runs into trouble. has some support. They've got to get the ball moving quickly. And there's a turnover. And quite easily escorted over the line by the Pinjarra half forward. He's quite happy to do so.
Well, the crowd, they got
But there's
really
actually a
close.
free kick going to be given in amongst all that.
Yeah, that
so
was
the
a
Blues,
non-disciplined kick again.
Blues have to get it moving. Oh, marked on the intercept there by Zetto.
Is it a cramp or done his
And
hammy?
this is trouble times now for the Central side. They really do need the next goal, and we're verging on time on now. So they're wasting time at the wrong end of the ground.
Cramp.
Big kick.
Cramp, is that out?
Big fly, no mark taken. At the front of the pack, Pinjarra have the numbers. And the player, they're ridden like a horse over the line and out of bounds. We'll get Gary Bartholomew to try and change
Direction.
Get the freedom of the ball out. Get some action. 10-10, Pinjarra.
Yeah,
Central's 8-5, nearly time on final quarter.
Pinjarra have been up to the challenge, mate. They haven't given them a snip after half time, especially, or too many of them. But a free kick has gone to Hill for Monday
get him
John.
moving.
Brett Hill, yeah. He's in the right back pocket, asking for a lead somewhere. And they're a bit deflated at the moment. The intensity has really gone.
The
that
only
we saw in
lead he's
that
going to
third
get is at
quarter.
the pet shop across the road at Mandurah Forum at the moment.
Market centre half back taken by Jordan Jennings for the Mundijong side. He gives it out to a teammate who sent it
Kick.
down to left wing, and the attempted mark was dropped.
Here's a
2
chance.
against 2
Here's a
out
chance.
there.
Here they go.
Now a chance for Mundijong Central. Get a kick up towards the half forward line, but the ball rolls out of bounds 55 metres from goal. But at least they're at their end of the ground now.
They're a chance now.
Score is 10-10-70. Pinjarra. Central's 8-5-53. Pinjarra looking for premiership number 8. Central's looking for league premiership number 5. We have approximately 6 minutes to go, or just under. Ball thrown in on the half forward line, comes over the back. Central's with the ball with the quick hands. Now a centering ball to 30.
Mark.
Contest at 30. It's a
Yes!
mark in front. Who is it? Who is it, Monty?
Number 7, David.
Somerville.
Somerville is marked at 40 metres out.
He's got
And I'm
one
afraid
behind
this is
for
it
the
for
day.
Central's. This is it. This kick holds the game in his hands, I would say. It's not his fault if he misses, but if he kicks it, they can get a run on in the last 5 minutes. Somerville walks in, crosses 50, hop, skip, bang! Kicks it long, kicks it straight. It's going to land on the line. Punch forward by the Penny defence. Crumbed at the front of the 10-metre square. Now handball out and a clearing kick out to right back pocket.
Ooh.
And it'll be a tunnelling free kick out there to Pinjarra, I think.
Yeah, and again, 4 crummers were all Pinjarra.
I think that was their last chance. I'm not sure. There's only 4 minutes to go. Over to you, Monty.
The dice have been rolling there. They've just got to keep that ball down to have any chance of
I think that lady wants to
Keeping
come in
it
the door, mate.
contest.
Better go and open the door.
You're the doorman, mate.
Yeah, well,
ball comes back out of the defensive 50 for the Tigers. Contest there. Leopold hits the ball. He's been wrapped up. No, we're not going to see the ball come out of that.
Okay.
We'll see a ball up right in front
Well, we've sort of
of
got a
the
commentary
score.
box going here, love, but you can sing if you want to.
No, Barney, don't you sing. You'll
I'm
damage the mic as we see.
I'm a bit
Umpire
concerned
picked out a
about
free
the,
kick, and well, I think we're going to hear some bad music because the free kick's going away to Pinjarra on the defensive side of the centre wing, out of side, under lights here at Rushton Park. Pinjarra leading by 17 points. Time on final quarter, and the Pinjarra players are quite happy to see that ball just moving towards the end of the field and over the line for a throw in.
they've been strong across all
possible
lines.
danger. As long as they keep that ball on their half of the ground,
Yep.
you can't get scored against.
Righto, from the throw-in, here's a chance now for Mundijong player pushing the ball, but it gets diverted again by a defender from Pinjarra, and the ball goes over the line out of bounds. It's on the wing, the scoreboard wing, and it's only about 70 metres from goal for the Tigers, the Pinjarra Tigers. Let's see if Mundijong can bring it back to the other end of the ground. The umpire calls play on.
An advantage.
A wild player taking one bounce. That's good play, but his kick was a mongrel along the ground,
Subterranean
picked up by Pinjarra Tiger in defence this time. Now one player might give a free kick away there. That was 21. I haven't got 21, sorry. Player kicks it out, soccer style, without even trying to mark it for Pinjarra. It's going to work. It's reached the wing, running onto its Purser. He's come back on the ground. Nixon Purser batted it down the half forward, almost a mark down there. It's 40 metres from goals, and the umpire will come in and throw the ball up to restart. That's Tom
The
Cronin.
lady wanted to just say, Gary, it's
Yeah.
over. Thank you, love. You can leave now.
Right, from that throw up, there's not going to be another one.
What, the singing made you throw up?
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm worried about.
The glass, the thickness of the glass in front of us.
Yeah.
I was poisoned by Rex Hutton at a young age, boys.
Mundijong Central's trying to kick the ball out of defence. It's gone a 60-metre kick, 20 up, 20 down, 20 forwards. There's a relay turn kick there by Pinjarra was marked on the goal line. Mundijong have to work very hard. They've got to kick 4 goals in about a minute and a half.
Well,
I
it won't
don't
happen.
think that's going to happen, no.
If it does, I'll walk home in the nude.
Albany's a long way away too, as we see a throw-in take place. Nearly 24 minutes gone in this final quarter here for the PFNL season. Pinjarra 10-10-70, Central's 8-5-53. Ball out of defence, up towards centre half back, but
Michael
crossing
Hansen.
over there is Michael Hansen take the mark. This could be one of the final acts of the season here. Big, long, how long?
Whoa!
That has gone the best part of 65 metres.
Oh, I don't
And
go
has
that far
just-
on my holidays.
It's just gone through, just rolled through from behind. 10-11-71. Central
Fantastic.
8-5-53. And we are 24 and a half minutes in the final quarter.
And the ball's in the centre, but it's been brought back to the tennis court, and as a player has marked and held up his hand. What's that for? Maybe he's looking for a bus. No, he's just
Taking
kicked it
buses down
backwards.
here.
Now they're playing the big league stuff, kicking across the ground and backwards. Well,
Too much Eagles.
there's no question that Mundijong Centrals have had their chances, but they've been outclassed today, and Pinjarra will win, what's premiership number 9, would it be?
Premiership number 8, mate.
Number 8, okay, and fully deserved it. And there's who I consider the player of the game is Michael Hansen, again clearing out, but now it's been brought back to Mundijong end. There's 2 Tigers down there, and 1 Mundijong player. Oh, it's gone. It's all over. Congratulations, Pinjarra Tigers. So they've won the game by 71 to 53. The first quarter they led by 4 points at quarter time. They opened it up to 30 at half time, then 19 points, and now the margin is what, 18 points at no, that's not right, it's 18 points, yeah, 18 points at full time. So well done to Pinjarra, fully deserved, an entertaining game, and I think Mundijong definitely threw everything at them, but they've just in the end totally outclassed across each line. But we'll hear that from the other team members. The goal scorers for the game,
I'll say something.
righto, Barney's off, but we'll hear from Derek his opinion about the better players and what he thinks, who he thinks will be the man in the match, and how Pinjarra has won this grand final. So the goal scorers for Pinjarra: Nathan Play 3, 2 to Ty Salter, and 1 each to Mitch Zadow, Hayden Ballantyne, Robert Bird, Brett Millward, and that's about it. And for Mundijong, we've got 3 to Ryan Henley, 2 to Brett Hill, 2 to Kobe Foster, and 1 to Jessica Musica. So Derek might tell us all about your opinion where the game was won and lost.
Yeah, well, last quarter, Pinjarra kicked 6 behinds to Central's 1 goal 1. So very tight last quarter, 1 goal between the sides, befitting a pressure final quarter in a grand final. But Pinjarra, the key was that they kept the ball up their end of the field. It didn't matter that they kicked 6 behinds. It was the fact that for the best part of 15 minutes in that quarter, the ball was up their end of the ground, and when the ball ain't in your forward line, you can't score goals, and that worked to the Tigers' credit. But Central's tried hard, but they just weren't able to penetrate a strong defensive unit there in that last quarter. Solid work in defence to prevent attacks by the Blues, but in the end you've probably seen a great performance there. Zado did well all day. Fahy up in the forward line, Jakob did well as well. We also saw Brett Millward up forward. He provided a bit, but Michael Hansen, probably one of the key players on the ground for their side, did a great job all day long. And for Centrals, we saw Musica did pretty well. Coutinho came in flashes there in the second half. Somerville tried hard, but just the ball didn't come to him as much as they like. Corey Stanley did pretty well during the course of the day. Henley, the influence up forward there, kicked a couple of goals in the contest. McPhail was probably their best player along with Brett Hill in terms of the influence over 4 quarters. And Kobe Foster, not a bad effort when the ball got to him.
Okay, you're back.
Oh, I was just letting everyone know I had to leave early, so I really can't add much to
Barney's leaving early, everyone.
I'm going to dinner. I have to go. It's my wife's son's 21st, so not much more to add to mine except to say thanks for the opportunity to get up here and throw some comments and be a bit silly with me Rex Hunt stuff. Good calling, Monty. Good calling, Gary. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it.
You did a wonderful job for a first special comments man.
A bit over the top in different spots and a bit wrong here and there.
We like being over the top.
Well, that's all right. I had a great time. Thank you very much. Well done to Pinjarra on the 8th flag. Well done to Centrals for making it. They were just a little bit too good today all over the ground. Made less mistakes. They had 22 scoring shots to 13. They had more inside 50s. They did more with it. And they're more sure of themselves. And too many good players. There's just too many good Pinjarra players for Mundajong to deal with. Okay?
You can't go before electing your best on ground.
The one I noticed all day, the player I noticed all day for Pinjarra was Hansen, but usually with his medals it gets the midfielder and at important times Rowan Kerr. He didn't get mentioned a lot in the call, but he was there for everything, delivering into the forward line and helping out the defence as well. So I think Hansen was okay. We're probably going to be right off the mark here, but Rowan Kerr for me. Rowan Kerr. I think they'll give it to Rowan Kerr.
You might be right too. We've got to wait a little bit for the presentation. So, I would say that you've been spot on. Mitch Zaddo, I thought, flashed in and out, but did some really good things. Rowan Kerr was good. Clay Philpott was one that Barney did mention at half time, and he's right, probably wasn't recognised by yourself and I, Derek, straight off, but he did some good stuff. And you mentioned quite often Nathan played with 3 goals, but also David Jacob there, one of the vice captains. Robert Bestwood had an outstanding first half, probably played it a bit lame. Russ Musson could have been in the same boat. Dean Bestwick is another one. He's in flashes was outstanding. It's been a fantastic team effort across each line, as I said. Riley Vidovich was one that also caught my eye. Ty Solder with 2 goals was handy. And the players, what Barney did touch on was some of them had stints in defence but also attack and stood out as far as I'm concerned. Brett Millward only ended up with 1 goal, but I thought his influence,
his presence,
his presence up there, and he got the people around him. Michael Hansen was my favourite. Braden Kasakov in that rucking in that 3rd quarter played his part, and Nixon Purse's second half was outstanding. I even said he was stuffed when he ran off the ground. I thought, well, that was the last we'd seen him. He went out there and sent the ball down for his team again. And looking at the other side, well, they're a bit harder to find, but Jessica Musica has definitely impressed me. Andre Cortino was another one. Zach McQuell, we mentioned him quite often. Michael Somerville was a good one as well. Joshua Collard had a very good first half, but faded. Stanley was probably one that had a good...
as the game went on, he improved,
He was... Ryan Henley, well, he did a lot of damage. Toby Giannatti, we've already mentioned. Brad McPhail, their captain, I think was their best player for the 4 quarters. I don't know if he's going to be worthy of a best on ground though. Brett
usually goes to the winning team unless there's a real standout.
Yeah, a standout. And that never happened. And as you said, Kobe Foster. So they're about to come over and do the presentations. Before you do, I'll just run through the day. In the women's grand final here, Pinjarra 4-3-27 defeated Rockingham 3-5-23, a margin of 4 points, and Tigers captain Jenna Daniel was best on ground, but where the game was won with 2 minutes to go when Pinjarra trailed Rockingham and didn't look likely for most of the game, a goal was kicked with that 2 minutes by Alicia Cole Coles, and there were 7 single goal kickers, but her one was the most important that won them a premiership. In the Colts, Halshead beat Rockingham by 41 points, 12-4 to 7-6. Rockingham 3-17-35, and the best on ground there was also a captain for Halshead, and that's Zane Sutherland. Now they won. Hall's had 3 in a row. Oh, sorry, yeah, 3 in a row Colts premierships. In the reserves, Rockingham, in a bit of an upset, I think this one, 8-6-54, defeated South Mandurah 17-52, and Matthew Hill of Rockingham was best on ground. So they were the 3 earlier games, and then, of course, in this league match, Pinjarra were just far too good for Mundijong Central's 10-11-71, 8-5-53 the margin, 18 points, and congratulations to the umpires. They're about to be presented their medals very shortly.
Schoolboy's got 10-12-72. All of a sudden there's a bit...
Oh, well, the umpires would have corrected that. So that's actually 19 points.
So they kicked 7 behinds in the last quarter.
Yeah.
It's a 1-goal-1, so 19-point margin.
You sign off.
Okay, so anything else you want to say before we close?
Congratulations to Pinjarra, and well done to Centrals on making a grand final and putting up a good show.
Yeah, so on behalf of my co-commentator Derek Mott, our special comments man who threw in a few from left field but entertained us as well, thank you. This is Gary Bartholomew's wishing you a fun-filled off-season, and thanks for listening.
Fantastic League Grand Final. And a huge congratulations to the Pinjarra Tigers who are the premiers in 2022. Would like to thank all of its partners and sponsors who have contributed to the 2022 season. We thank them all very much for their support of the competition, and we hope they're back with us again in 2023. The presentation party consists of Mel Smith, long-time chairman and director of the Peel Football and Netball League. We've also got the executive manager of country, affiliates and facilities for the West Australian Football Commission, Mr Tom Bottrell, as well, to help with the presentations. Firstly, we start with the presentation of the umpires' medals. I'd like to call forward senior umpire Glenn Omenay to come forward to select the medals, on behalf of the umpiring group. Congratulations on your selection in the League Grand Final. Thank you for the contribution that you've played in the Grand Final today. Much appreciated. Thank you to the PFUA and the group of umpires selected from amongst their peers to umpire in the League Grand Final today. The umpires also select the best on ground, which is the Mel Smith medal. Pinjarra Tigers, number 6, Nathan Fay.
Just like to say congratulations on the season for Bundagon. Every contest this year is the hardest ones of the year, and commiseration. Thanks to Pinjarra for having me this year. Such a great club, and I think we deserve this one, so we're going to celebrate hard tonight.
Side, Brad Oldfield to come forward to say a few words and collect the runners up plaque.
Just like to thank the PFNL league for the whole season 2023, all our major sponsors for helping us get this competition up and going. To Pinjarra, obviously it's been building since about 2010 from my recollection, and 12 years down the track you've still got the dynasty going, so credit to you. That's what everyone else in the competition is trying to achieve, not just one-hit wonders, but really great job, all the players, all the Tiger Army. Go and celebrate and enjoy it tonight. To our boys in the club, I'm not going to say I'm disappointed, I'm just going to say I'm saddened by the result, because obviously that's what you've got to go through when you don't win it, but super proud of this group, the people that are running our club, and the achievements that we made this year are all part of our journey to go to that next step. So, well done boys, we'll regroup and go again next year. Thank you.
Thanks, Brad. We'll now call forward the winning president from the Pinjarra Tigers, Bronwyn May, to come forward to collect the game ball and also the Premiership Shield for the league competition for 2022.
One day, what a bloody awesome feeling. To me and our boys, we've all worked hard for this, and today, at the time you most needed to dig deep, you did it. Today hasn't been a team effort, it's been a club effort. And to our supporters, sponsors, members and players, we all thank you. To Sandy, Alicia, Maddie, Owen and Greenie, you all helped us get this premiership. Commiserations to Mungo. You guys, you never give up, and we can never underestimate you. You put on a great fight. To all our club volunteers, without your help, our club couldn't run like it does. So, and to our players, thank you.
Call forward the premiership winning coach for the Pinjarra Tigers, Craig Millward, ladies and gentlemen.
It is a great competition. So Oldie, Rodney and the boys, 4 times we've met this year and we've never been able to put you away. You kept coming and coming, so congratulations. Fantastic effort. Well guys, LeBron and the committee, thanks again for giving me a crack and having faith in me. The staff, the sponsors, again thanks, and to the boys, we'll have a couple of frosts tonight.
Now presenting premiership medals to his premiership winning players.
Number 1, Hayden Valentine. That's what I'm talking about! Number 2, Mrs. Shadow. 22, Bruce Wilson. Ty Salter. Number 20, Brett Millwood. Nixon Purser. And number 11, Captain.
We'll now hand over the Premiership pennants and the Premiership Cup to the Premiers in 2022, the Pinjarra Tigers!